There we go.
Hey, do you rap, Rob?
I do. No, I don't. Are you kidding? I can do a fake. I can pretend.
I'm on bass and I came to get down.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Just I'm gonna think about it some.
FOTMs, do you know what time it is? It's toast time. Toast, featuring Stu Stone, Cam Gordon, and Toronto Mike.
I'll never get tired of that.
Ignoring it.
And it is morning, so toast would be appropriate.
Yep.
I like some toast.
You should have brought us some toast, Rob.
Buttered toast?
Yeah.
Buttered toast is
Nothing
good.
better than buttered toast. Maybe a little jam, a little honey, maybe. Welcome to episode 1699 of Toronto Mic'd, proudly brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery, a fiercely independent craft brewery who believes in supporting communities, good times, and brewing amazing beer. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Yes, we are open, an award-winning podcast from Monaris, hosted by FOTM El Grego. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. Christy Pitts has the best baseball in the city outside the dome. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. Building Toronto's Skyline, a podcast and book from Nick Iones, sponsored by Fusion Corp Construction Management, Inc. And Ridley Funeral Home, pillars of the community since 1921. Joining me today for this 41st episode of Toast, it's Bob Willette.
Hello.
And Rob Preuss.
Don't bring me down. Preuss.
Did you guys feel like it was a longer gap between the last toast and this toast?
I think so, yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
I felt like I was missing it a couple of weeks ago.
I did too.
And I checked my calendar. Like, did we fuck up?
Yeah, no.
Did we miss a month? But this is our May toast recording.
I think last month we were like more in the middle of the month.
Yeah.
And now we're closer to the end of the month. And
That'll do it.
that'll do it.
And we could do like an early June and just be back next week.
Exactly.
See you on the weekend.
Now, I want to say a happy birthday to a valued FOTM who is very excited because today is the day he turns the big 6-0.
Dun, 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 dun.
Midtown Gord is 60, everybody.
Happy birthday, Midtown Gord.
So happy birthday from
Happy.
the greatest keyboardist Spoons ever had.
From all of us to all of you.
And Indie 88's own Bob Willette, who's going to open up this episode of Toast. I have some stuff I want to get to, but I first want to hear the great voice of Bob Willette because he has a story to tell us. Okay, ready, Rob?
Hit it.
Are you talking about my trip?
Yeah, like there's a car involved.
Oh yeah. So a while ago when Pearl Jam announced their spring tour, I had bought tickets to go see them in Pittsburgh over the Victoria Day weekend. So that's fine. My wife and I were going to go. We're going to go to the Andy Warhol museums there. And
Yes,
it was
I remember this.
Yes, yes.
Remember we said he was going into enemy territory.
Yes, and then a couple weeks before that, my Pearl Jam buddy Mark calls me and says, "Hey, I got front row tickets, like side stage, but I have front row tickets to Pearl Jam in Nashville." He goes, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, yes, I do. So we decided that we were going to drive down. I was on Indie 88 on the Monday night. The show's Tuesday. We're going to drive 12 hours straight. Overnight. And my buddy doesn't drive. He doesn't have his license. Yeah. Wow. But we stopped in Ohio. Anyways, we stopped.
Is your wife on this trip?
No. This is Pearl Jam buddy Mark and me. And we get down. Anyways, long story short, the beginning part of the story, we get across the border, no problem. We get to Nashville, no problem. Go to Broadway, check it out. Check out all the bars. Go to a honky tonk and go to Bon Jovi's place because his wife loves Bon Jovi, and like every bar there has somebody attached to it. Yeah, right. Anyhow, so we go and we see the show. It was terrific.
Side stage.
Yeah, like right. Yeah, really good seats.
Wow.
And they opened, as a Pearl Jam fan, you know what they open with is a very big thing because they have.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can.
Corduroy.
No, they won't. You won't guess it. That's the problem. They opened with Indifference. which they never open with. So that was kind of neat. Anyways, we saw the show. Next day, we're driving home. We're going to go straight through. We're coming just north of Cincinnati, and I'm on the I-75, and my car decides all the lights start flashing. Oh, no. Yeah, it's like 4 p.m. on a Wednesday. All the lights start flashing. I lose my power steering on the I-75. I crank the car over. I park in a...
What kind of car?
It's a good car. It's an Acura.
Okay.
But it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's 10 years old with like over 200,000 kilometers on it.
Wow.
I had just had it. I just got into a car accident with it though, and I had it repaired, and everything was fine. I thought they were going to write it off. Anyhow, so now we're like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I have CAA, so AAA comes out. They were terrific. It was saving me a lot of money. They came out, they boosted the car. They said, but the battery's fine. It's the alternator. We're pretty sure it's the alternator. Okay, so I find a garage that's open till 8 p.m. Yeah. I find one. I call them up. They're like, yeah, we're probably not going to be able to fix it tonight. I'm like, yeah, I figured as much. So we go. The guy, we actually drive it there because the CAA or the AAA guy's behind us. We drive it there slowly. The garage moved. And they didn't update their Google
no.
just to add to the drama.
What?
Yeah. And anyways, we end up finally getting it to the place. We get it towed to the place. End up spending time in Sharonville, Ohio. Wow. More so than I ever wanted.
Wow.
And it turned out, alternator, and then also the transmission cooler. Needed to be replaced. It took 2 days to get the part. The second, not the alternator, but the transmission cooler.
So you were there for 2 days?
I was there in Sharonville. So we walked to Target. That was 5 kilometer walk. We're the only people walking anywhere.
Wow.
I will say this. There were 2 cool things in Sharonville. One is an amazing arcade that they have like a rig where they actually live stream their pinball playing. Wow. It's amazing. It's $10 all you can play. It was really great. And then we went to an amazing barbecue like a shop. We were the only white people in there. Wow. As soon as you walk in, the woman's Misty, and she's like, "Nice to see you again." And I'm like, I know we all look alike, but we're the only white dudes.
A regular
We're the only white dudes. It was terrific. The food was amazing. The service was amazing. And then so I ended up spending an extra 2 days in the States. Spending it was $1,500 American to get the car fixed.
Wow, could have been worse.
Could have been worse, wasn't it? Yeah.
Weren't you bracing yourself? I was bracing myself.
15 wasn't so bad. And then the other part of the story that's kind of interesting was coming back. I told this on Indy 88. Coming back into Canada. Now I had a couple things. I bought my mom a carton of smokes, and I had 1 bottle of bourbon from Nashville, but nothing. We were there for a few days, so it didn't really matter. Yeah. We lovely French Canadian guy at the border. He comes out and he slaps this yellow piece of paper, and he's like, I'm very sorry. He's like, it's just random, but you need to go over there.
Oh, jeez.
And we got detained at the border.
You did?
Oh yeah, we had to at the Canadian border coming in. They take us out of the car. They separate us.
What?
They start questioning us about everything. They're going through the car. We have to leave our phones in the car. They take our license.
So this is the Canadian guys doing
The Canadian guys are doing this. And as we're doing, I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. They're not looking, this is not about tariffs. This is about, they're asking about bear spray, like nunchucks. And they're asking about weapons.
You didn't bring bear spray.
No,
right?
I did not bring
Because you usually get it delivered.
Of course. Well, yeah, exactly. Right. So but as we're doing this, and it's like in this, we're crossing in Detroit. We're at the Ambassador Bridge. There's a couple. These 2 women are together as a couple. One has an elbows up T-shirt. Yeah. They're clearly Canadian. One of them is not happy with what's happening, and they start lipping off. And right next to us, these 2 women get aggressively arrested right next to us, full on handcuffs. The whole
first part of the story was good with the broken down car.
Yeah.
This is just like another level.
Yeah, no, it took it to another level.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was so that was my first time taking any time off at Indy 88 since I've been doing 6 days a week, and that's what I ended up doing. So I ended up selling I did not go to see them in Pittsburgh because it was just too much money. And so off we went. That was my little trip. It was fun. I will say that the show was really good. My car now. So here's the thing. What happened was the damage that happened on the car was likely related to the car accident that I was in.
Wow.
So I'm actually working with my insurance to get some of the money back because
I've seen a photo of your car being towed away in your Toronto home.
Yes, twice now. Yeah. So once. Yeah. So what happened was So anyways, I'm in the process of getting things.
Wow.
Get a bicycle?
I do have a bicycle. I'm actually going to, my kid just got a bike. My youngest just turned 10, and she got herself her first handbrake bike.
Our kids were the same age, our youngest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I clued into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to start recording the episode now?
Okay.
Can you turn
so,
my mic up a little bit?
Your headphones.
Or
you
maybe
mean?
just my headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I can do that. If I can figure out which. Oh, yeah. And Bob likes it higher, too.
I always like it.
Oh, there it is.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
so
great.
that's you.
Yeah, that's
Remember that. You're number 2.
So anyhow, that was my story.
Oh my God.
I didn't mean to take up so much of the beginning, but that's the truncated
That was nearly
version.
Kevin Shea at TMLX story size.
Oh, get out of here!
No, but he went 22 minutes.
I know
and
he
Bob
did.
only went 10 minutes. So take
It's a
back
good
those
story.
words.
that was
though.
not 10 minutes.
No.
I have to extract the intro from that 10 minutes. So I wanted that story, though, because I had a taste. Remember I texted you and said, are
Yeah.
you on the air today?
Yes.
And I can't remember why, but I was hanging around Liberty Village
Yes.
for some reason.
That's right.
And you're like, no, I'm stuck in Ohio
yes.
or whatever.
That's right.
And I'm like, okay,
Unbelievable.
so you're
Yeah.
not on the air. I think
No.
that's what I said. Okay.
No.
So glad it all worked out. You're
Yeah.
back on the good side of the border, and you're looking good.
Thank you.
You look trim, like you.
Yeah.
You have less belly, like far less belly.
Far less belly, yeah. And I'm wearing this. Actually, this is from Target.
nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt. It's funny. My cousins made fun of me on the weekend.
But is there anything under it?
No,
Because it's got
it's
holes
like
in it.
yeah, it's like
we
it's
can
like
see
crocheted.
your skin.
It's like
Yes.
crocheted.
It's kind of sexy. Rob,
Your
you think it's
epidermis
sexy?
is showing.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you guys might enjoy that.
Rob Preuss.
Yeah.
How the hell are you doing?
I'm good. It's my wife's birthday today, too.
Oh,
Another birthday on the
Your
26th.
wife and I have become friends on Facebook, and we've been talking quite a bit.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about that?
Not
Rob?
at all.
Ah,
she's very excited to meet Bob.
The
one
world's
She's
day.
colliding.
lovely.
But
Hey,
yeah,
so are you married to Midtown Gord? That's what people are wondering.
Oh yeah, that's true.
May 26th. That's a good day for a birthday. There's lots of good. I mean, my wife is an FOT. When she's not she is an
Has she,
FOTM
ever,
listener.
has she ever heard an episode of Toronto Mic'd?
All the time she listens.
Ha.
She tunes into the
I don't
live
believe
streams.
you.
Oh yeah, no, she does. Absolutely.
What's her name?
Her name is Leia.
Leia. Okay,
Yep.
so happy birthday, Leia. Like Princess Leia?
I like Princess Leia. I mean, it really. Her family calls her Leia. She turned
Was she
it
born
into,
after 77?
She was born in 77.
Oh, so she's
What
like almost
month?
the same age as me
This
almost.
month. I know. That's her.
What month? Today.
What month? Today.
And the funny thing with the Leia connection.
She could have been named after Princess Leia.
The Star Wars opened May 25th, 1977. She was born May 26th, 1977.
Rob, she was
Wow.
absolutely named after Princess Leia.
She did it herself. She had an AOL account, and her AOL was like Princess Leia. So she started the pronunciation.
Is her on her birth certificate? Does it say Leia?
No, it's Leah.
Okay.
It's not Leia.
You blew it all up, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
You
I
just-
have breaking news too.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm going back to Broadway this summer.
Really?
Okay, this is exciting. Tell us more info.
I'm going to be playing Mamma Mia, the show that I did 1,000 years ago, and it's coming back to Broadway for just 6 months. So
Wow.
I'm going to be in the band.
Congratulations. Excited about that?
I am excited. Yeah. I'm excited because I'm going to be just in the band. I'm actually not.
You're not director
not
or
music director.
Nothing.
A friend of mine who we did Mamma Mia together on Broadway all those years ago. He's in charge of it's the touring production, but it's
Yeah.
coming to New York just to sit down for 6 months. And he's
Wow.
like, we need a keyboard player if you want to come sit in. I'm like,
Amazing.
yes. Yep.
That's so fun.
Starts at the end of July and runs until like February.
Oh, see now next summer my daughter turns 16 and I turned 50 next
Oh,
year. We
man.
were gonna come. We were gonna go to
Wow.
Broadway together.
Come
and
down
see-
anyways.
Maybe we'll come down.
It won't be there, but you'll see something else.
No. But maybe we'll come down and see Mamma Mia.
Come for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
that'd be
exciting news from
Nice.
Rob
Congrats.
Preuss.
Although you're not allowed to cross the border. Is that still a thing? Like we're still boycotting.
Well, you live. Well, Bob was just there.
I know,
like
Bob was
5
just
minutes
there.
ago.
I'm
It was the
going-
Canadian border that gave me the hard time.
That is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Hey, East York John is on the live stream, live.torontomike.com. I want to introduce the topic of toast and then go on a little detour and then get back to it. But East York John is wondering, which pinball tables did you play?
There were there's a new Pulp Fiction pinball machine. It's that's $8,000 American to buy. I've looked into it. It's so much fun. They had that. there.
your concentration.
Yes, exactly that. And it's actually very hard. I'll find the name of this place, East York John, because it was the most diverse collection of pinball machines
Love
from
that.
all the way back to the 60s to current. It was amazing. And there was there was the main group where you could pay $10 and pay unlimited, but then there was the elite ones that you had to pay.
And they're all
each
actual
game.
pinball machines.
Actual pinball machines. And then they also had arcade machines too.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow.
Moose
It was
Grumpy
great.
says you posted pictures of White
did.
Castle
I did.
during your Ohio pit stop, and she was jealous of that.
Yep, that was our first night. That was Wednesday night. We watched the hockey game in our room and got White Castle. We also, if you want to know my opinion on Bob Evans versus Waffle House versus Cracker Barrel, I can give you that. 'Cause
Wow.
we did the tour of those places too.
Wow.
They charge 50 cents an egg right now because of the avian bird flu.
Wow.
Yeah. At Waffle House, it's 50 cents an egg
Oh my God.
extra on top of them.
Okay, quick. For 1 year, off and on, people have sent me this audio and asked me if I know who's singing.
Oh, yeah.
it, okay, and I know I went through this with you like a year ago, Rob.
Yep.
I'm sure Bob's heard it. but this is having a resurgence. Like somebody else has brought it up. And by the way, I've talked to Ivor Hamilton and Scott Turner and people who might know from CFNY. So I just want to play a little bit of this song. They're calling it CIA. I don't know where that title comes from. But just listen for a moment and tell me if you have any clue who the artist might be. Rob, I'm starting with you since you were keyboardist for the Spoons. What era do you think we're talking here? Is this mid-'80s? What is this? I don't have answers. I'm actually curious.
It doesn't. I mean, it actually reminds me a
Maybe
little bit
Bob
of a
knows.
band in the 2000s called Midlake as well, which was a 2000s band.
Apparently, it was recorded from CFNY in the 80s.
I know people say that. Who knows? Like,
Okay, Bob, what do you know about this song?
This sounds to me like a mid to early 80s.
Yeah.
Like a Bauhaus kind of sound, a little bit of a Bela Lugosi's Dead kind of Peter Murphy vocals there. But I would say, like, could this not be like this? Like, could be Images in Vogue. Like, it could be like
No.
I don't know. It's got like that.
Why do they assume it's a Canadian band?
Because it was
they
played
heard it
on
on
CFNY,
CFNY.
yeah. And so someone recorded it off CFNY.
Yeah.
Has Dave Marsden heard it?
I don't know. Back a year ago when somebody first came to me, I know I sent it to the usual suspects.
Yeah.
I'm sure David Marsden has heard
Scott Turner heard it.
Because it's
for
also,
sure.
the thing is, it's-
Ivor for sure.
CFNY used to have all their talent contests and things, and people sent in good recordings. This could have been just
Yeah,
some
this is
band.
not a great recording either.
No.
Like the quality's not great.
Yeah.
So I want to get it out there. So just so we do this now, I promise I do it. So if anyone listening knows who this is, Mike at TorontoMike.com. If anyone on the live stream knows what we're listening to, obviously, please tell us. It's been a year, this mystery.
Crazy.
It's probably like some homebrew.
Is it Vampire Beach Babes? Do you know them? They're from the 90s. They're from the 90s.
Hearing this part, so I have no idea
No.
who we're listening to. All right, so there you go. If you know, let us know, and then we'll let the world know, and this mystery will be solved. Hey, I wanted to...
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a home and keep it company. And for real, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
I'm older than Bob Willette, so I'm going to ask you, Rob, do you remember seeing this ad on television?
I remember when there was a Christmas version of it. Yeah.
That was a redo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to teach the world to sing and buy them a Coke or whatever, but I have a Great Lakes in my hand. So,
Yeah.
Bob, what do you got there?
I got the Por Favor Refrigerera. No, the Dos Laves Lager Mexicana.
Okay, so Mexican lager.
Yeah.
Crack that bad boy open.
Oh,
Canuck Pale Ale.
sorry. There we go.
Okay, so good morning to you gentlemen here. So why am I playing that? Okay.
Oh, it's more of a Dos Equis kind of.
You need a lemon.
Give us a review, because normally I give
Yeah.
you the premium lager, but that's a Mexican lager.
It's not a Corona ripoff. It is more of a Modelo flavor.
Oh.
If you're gonna go Mexican beer flavors, it's got more body than a Corona.
Don Draper. Has everybody in this room seen Mad Men?
Yes.
Currently watching it.
Are you?
Yeah.
What season are you in?
2.
You got,
So lucky.
We're
You're so
jealous of you.
Are you really?
My top.
Are you not enjoying it?
I'm loving
Well,
it.
yesterday in the not so secret WhatsApp group
Yeah.
for FOTMs, I declared it my 4th favorite show of all
Yeah.
time. I love that show. I've seen it multiple times.
I'm really enjoying it.
I don't know. I won't spoil it. Okay.
Don't spoil it.
So I won't say any more about Mad Men and
Yeah.
that ad for Coke. Okay, I won't spoil it.
That's the worst. Anyways, go ahead.
No.
See, I don't
so
even
let's
know.
just
No, you won't.
It's over my
fine.
head.
Pretend I
You
didn't-
won't until it's fine.
pretend I didn't bring up Mad Men. Can you do that, Rob?
Yeah, I am really
okay.
enjoying
That's
it.
a top 3 show for me, I think.
Yeah, well, we're
That's
in the same,
one of the greatest shows
You
ever.
guys yesterday were like giving your top 5 shows of all time lists. I'm like, what kind of people like?
Somebody
why do you have
asked.
such good taste? And like, you're so all serious. Like, my top 5 shows are like Gilligan's Island, The Brady Bunch, The Partridge Family, and like it's like fun shows. And you've got all these serious like The Wire and bada.
Yeah, well, we like what we like.
I know you do,
You
but
like schlop.
I really do.
More on that in a moment.
I
by
sure
the way.
do.
I like Schlop too, but I mean, I'll be honest. One of my favorite shows that's not never listed is MASH. MASH would be
yeah.
on.
But that's not slop.
But no, it's
But
not.
it's from the era of slop. Like I love.
But it's not slop.
No, I know it's true.
Have
I
you
will-
ever?
I'll
So there's
fight that
have you?
battle.
Obviously, there's a trend on TikTok and different places of people going back and watching things.
Yeah.
So there was a couple guys watching the pilot episode of MASH.
Oh, wow.
And just how racist it is,
Really?
and how misogynistic it is.
Wow.
Like Hawkeye's practically raping the nurses in
Wow.
the. It's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
but based on the Robert Altman film. So I bet
Yeah,
you before
yeah.
it's sort of like how The Office in America was really like the British Office, and then it found its own kind of tone, its own
Yes.
voice or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah. By the way, Robert Altman said his son, who wrote the lyrics to "Suicide is Painless," made more money from MASH than he did.
Wow. Oh my God.
John Hamm's in a really good show right now called Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV. It's quite good. I love John Hamm.
So we're not going to connect Mad Men to that ad we just watched.
I have a John Hamm fun fact. My wife used to work with him in a restaurant in LA. Yeah.
Did that make you nervous?
No, well before he did Mad Men, they were waiters together.
Amazing.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
That's so
He's
great.
a St. Louis guy. I know this. He's
Yeah.
like a St.
Your
Louis
wife was in LA. She did I think she did Joseph in LA. She told me.
Yeah, I mean, she grew up in LA, but then she
Yeah.
was on the road doing shows and stuff
Yeah.
as well. But yeah,
because
funny.
my kid just finished her run of.
Yes, how did it go?
Yeah, it was very good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good. She loves being on the stage.
Good for her.
Can't imagine where she gets that from.
Before I say another word about that Coca-Cola ad, let's tell the listenership what the theme is for today's toast, which we're going to get to shortly.
don't
I've been
even
thinking
remember.
about how to word it. So the way I word it is like this. We're kicking out songs we don't believe the average FOTM listening knows is actually a cover.
Yeah.
So the average listener of Toronto Mic'd doesn't realize the songs we're kicking out are covers, but we've done this on Pandemic Fridays, Cam Gordon and Stu Stone and I. So we're excluding anything we kicked out in that episode of Pandemic Friday, which I will, when we get to this, I'll actually read out what we kicked out quickly.
Yeah.
And you won't hear those songs, which are like songs you don't know are covers. So like, I can't wait to discuss whether like, does the average listener of this podcast know that's a cover?
Right.
Like,
I
can't
think
wait.
that's the interesting part.
Yeah. And
So,
by cover, you mean a re-recorded version, a song that was already previously recorded and released.
It's not their original release.
A cover is a cover.
Yeah.
To be discussed how
Yeah.
you qualify a
Yeah.
cover. Okay. So this jingle I just played is By the World of Coke, which a guy whose name is Bill Backer, he worked for McCann Erickson, probably a big firm in New York that
Madison
Mad Men was
Avenue.
based on, right? McCann Erickson there. And they had the Coca-Cola account. And they're at an airport in Ireland, an airport I've been to, which is called Shannon Airport, not to be confused with Sharon, Ohio, or where the hell
Sharon,
where the fuck
yeah,
that was. All right, is it Sharon? Okay, so basically there's an idea here. So I'm going to share a few fun facts about that jingle that you heard advertising Coke. Okay, so firstly,
I'd like to build the world a home.
This was the radio version.
Furnish it with love.
well, it's one of them.
One of them. I remember it on the radio too. Yeah.
Can you name the band, Rob Preuss?
The new Christy Minstrels.
Very close, very close.
The Swingle Singers.
I'd like to
The New Seekers.
The New Seekers. That's right. Their whole album is really good.
So the New Seekers made a song out of a jingle, and it was a hit. Played on 1150, right?
Yep. Totally.
Okay.
1970.
So you're hearing the New Seekers.
see the world for once all stand.
They do take the Coke out of it, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtles.
Rob, did you hear this song on 1150?
I'd like to teach
Which version is this?
The Hillside Singers.
No, but I know of the Hillside Singers from other songs as well. I love this era of like cheesy music like this.
Early 70s?
Yes. It's my childhood.
So the New Seekers are a British pop group,
Yeah.
and they had a hit with this song, which is, of course, a reworking of the Coca-Cola jingle. And then these are the Hilltop Singers.
Okay, wait, but did the jingle come first?
Yeah, the jingle comes first. Okay, and I'm going to blow your mind in a minute where the jingle comes from, okay? And I have the name of the people who wrote it, which is a guy named Roger Greenaway
Yeah.
and Roger Cook. Two Rogers.
Yeah, Roger and Roger.
Roger that.
Actually, I'm changing that.
Fuck that.
I gotta get this right. This is very, very important. Very important. Roger Greenaway for sure. Yes, and Roger Cook. I'm gonna stand by my initial fun fact delivery there. Okay, so a couple of things, but on our way there, because this is primarily a Gen X show, though not necessarily. Maker by Oasis.
God, it's good.
90s jam for you,
Yeah.
though. Same damn tune.
It really is, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, the Coca-Cola jingle that inspired the two songs that were hits in the early 70s, and of course this Oasis song,
Yeah. Amazing.
was based on a song. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Do it.
Don't promise me no diamond rings or castles in the sky. Just the real life things like longing for true love and apple pie. I just don't need no fancy cars or no celebrity. Just a tumble down shack in the way out back is good enough for me.
All right, so Roger Cook and Roger Greenaway, they wrote this song called True Love and Apple Pie that was recorded in 1971 by Susan Shirley.
Simpler times.
I know,
And they
it's
just
so
took
good.
they just took this song they already
Yeah.
wrote and wrote new lyrics basically.
That's the history of pop music in those days, though. Like, if you back into the 60s as well, like, if you had a hit with a song, they would say, write another song just like that, and they would just change the word. It's like all the twist versions, all the chubby checkers, right? All the twists.
I think Platinum Blonde did that. I hear Situation Critical
Right.
and what's the other one? There were two back-to-back big hits on CFTR that were the same song, different lyrics here. Okay, so there you go.
That's really cool.
I'd like to buy the world a Coke. Well, we'd like to buy the world a Great Lakes beer.
See, I love when you bring up things like this, because like now I'm looking up Roger Greenaway, and now my mind is getting blown by the connections that he's got.
Well, tell me.
Well, he wrote a song called "Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress," which
Oh,
was a
yeah.
Holly song.
Holly.
Of course.
He wrote that song as well, which to me is super cool.
Yeah, you never know who's out
Yeah.
there, okay?
No, I love
And shout
that.
out to the New Seekers and
Yeah.
shout out to the Hilltop Singers and anyone who wants to get a hit from that Coca-Cola ad.
Yeah.
Coke, they must love it when, I mean, they took Coke out of the lyrics, but when that song's played on 1150 and costs Coke nothing, people are thinking of those hillside singers
sure.
Yep,
buying
for
the
sure.
world of Coke.
for sure. It's so cool.
You know,
But I can't believe this version. This is the funniest thing. Like, they
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
just rewrote the lyrics.
Yeah, this was the original, so it kind of ties into our theme today.
Yep.
And I have another mind blow here, and then we're going to get to these jams we don't think people know are covers, okay? So, I think this is a mind blow. Could you play this on piano, Rob?
Yes, and I have. I love the song.
I bet you know what? Would you play it at TMLX 19?
If you want, sure. Somebody's got to sing it.
My daughter sings.
Okay, get her up.
Singing at Jabba Joe's on Friday.
Settle down that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true.
So the mind blow, and then I'm going to ask Rob a question about the spoons, okay? The mind blow is, did you know this song by Adele, Someone Like You, is the very first song that is strictly voice and piano. There's nothing on this song but a voice and a piano. It's the first time a song that's only voice and piano reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Seriously?
Really?
Wow.
This is the first time.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because you could think of 1,000 songs with
But
piano
can you
and voice.
think of one?
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, if you could, then my fun
yeah.
fact would be wrong.
Interesting.
Wow.
I know. So when I heard this fact, hold on. Here she comes.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
It's such a great song.
I wish
It is a great song. And she's a great singer. And I can't wait to hear you play this on piano at
I will play it.
TMLX. So can I just tell the listenership, TMLX 19 is June 26th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Great Lakes Brewery, which is 30 Queen Elizabeth Boulevard, down the street from the Costco in South Etobicoke. Rob, will you be there?
I will be there.
Okay. Come and see Rob play Someone Like You. Okay. Bob,
I'll take your-
Willette.
I'll take
Are
requests.
you providing a keyboard?
I'll bring a
He
keyboard.
brings his own keyboard. He did it before. Will Bob Willette be there?
I think so. I don't see.
This is huge.
Here's the thing. I'm right now.
Huge.
I'm in the process of meeting with the owner of Indie 88 tomorrow
Wow.
to kind of solidify what my regular schedule looks like, because while we've been in ratings, I've been doing 6 days a week and been doing a bunch of extra stuff for them. So one of the things that I might have is Thursday nights off. So we'll see.
Unbelievable.
We will see.
You could bring back the Thursday 30.
Can I make my merch suggestion for you?
Oh yeah,
now?
please do. Yes.
Because when I've listened to you in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And they've even got a jingle for you now.
Yeah, they got a couple of ideas.
It just says, "It's Bob."
Yeah.
Which is what you say. It's Bob.
It's Bob.
Why don't you make It's Bob t-shirts?
I could. Yeah.
And we need like a caricature of your face.
No, nobody needs that.
Yeah, they do.
No, nobody needs
There'd
to
be
see
something
my
really
face.
fun. It would say "It's Bob."
It's Bob.
And it would say Indie 88. And
I
all
do
the
say it's
things.
Bob. Yeah. No, it's true.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's Bob.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah. Remember, like Bob was a thing in the late 80s,
Yep.
early 90s, like
Yep.
like Bob Loves Doritos
Yep.
and all that.
And where's Bob?
Yeah.
Was the big-
What's the Richard Dreyfuss, Bill Murray? What about Bob?
What about
Yep.
Bob?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a good movie.
I have a fun fact on this song now too.
Yeah.
Because now you always make me interested to like find songwriters.
what I
Co-writer
do,
of
buddy.
this song is written by Adele and Dan Wilson. You know who Dan Wilson is? Does the band Semisonic mean anything
Of course.
to you?
Oh.
Semi-charm life.
No. Closing Time.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the same.
You know what?
Hey, did
'Cause
you-
they both have semi in the name. I got them
Yeah.
confused.
Did you hear that one time, just recently, the Gin Blossoms played a whole set of Goo Goo Dolls music just to see if
My
anybody
wife just
noticed?
told me this. Is it really true?
No, it's a
True.
joke.
Oh.
It's a meme.
It's becoming difficult
I believe it.
It's a
to
meme.
differentiate
No, it's a
between
silly.
parody and reality.
We can't tell
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Like between what's real and what's not
Somebody
real.
posted in the group about a screen cap of Fox News saying Bruce
yeah.
Springsteen can't
That's right.
call him, but it was
Yeah.
so clearly
yeah.
That's
parody.
I talked about that on air. I was like,
Yeah.
I literally had to Google like,
Yeah.
did they actually
It
say
was
he
the White
can't call
House
himself
speaker.
the boss?
That's
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
The Chiron was off too. I mean, you shouldn't pass your sniff detector, but okay.
No, but
Next
still.
thing you know, there'll be robots
But the
making
fact
music.
is, the president of the United States posted a video of him hitting a golf ball and virtually hitting it into Bruce Springsteen falling down on stage. He posted that.
I saw that.
actually happened.
Oh my God.
Not that he actually hit him with the golf ball,
Yeah.
but he posted the stupid video.
We live in interesting times. Okay.
End of.
Do you know who's going to feed us at TMLX 19?
I'm gonna bet.
Does it rhyme
Bob
with
gets one guess.
Does it rhyme with Palma Pasta?
Correctamundo.
Woo. Can I just say, Saturday night after my kids' show, my cousins who came to see her show with their wives, we served them a Palmas. We served them a Palmas, and without fail, across the board, all said the best pre-made lasagna they've ever had. No joke.
Peter Gross agrees.
Yeah, they said there's no you couldn't even tell that it was. I'm not like you couldn't even tell that it was a frozen lasagna.
Len, what's up with Len?
Okay, so I had on the show since
It's
you
not a
guys were
cover.
last year. I had not a cover, but we'll get to, there's a sample in there. But Brendan Canning.
Oh, right.
Of Broken Social
A
Scene.
Broken Social Scene in Head and other bands. But he was part of this Len group when this was coming on. He was doing DJ stuff. You can hear his voice on the album version of Steal My Sunshine.
That's really
I'm
cool.
sorry,
Talking
Brendan
at the beginning.
Canning's on this song?
That's so
In
cool.
the album cut. This
Yeah.
is the radio cut.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was in here. We talked about it because
That's hilarious.
he's talking to. There's two guys talking. He's one of the guys talking.
Wow.
But he's claiming he introduced to Len the sample that makes this song. Because if you take the sample out of this song, it's not the same, right? It's not. So I will just have a quick moment to give some props. We'll just put it in the background here. Because this song gives us Steal My Sunshine.
Well, this is like,
Yes.
it sounds like Scissor Sisters. Wake up.
They sound like this. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it does start funny, this song, because nobody knows this opening here.
Such a great song.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to drink some GLB, and then I'm going to tell you a few things, and we're going to get to our toast jams.
But if you want to know how I really feel, let the cameras roll.
Can you name the artist, Rob Preuss?
Andrea True Connection.
Correct.
More.
Okay, do you know what her day job was?
Andrea? No.
Bob, do you have a clue what Andrea True's day job was?
She worked at Dairy Queen.
Did she?
No, I don't know. I just made that up. No, I just made that up.
Porno actress.
Really? More.
You might know her better, Bob, as Inger Kissen, Singe Low, Sandra Lips, Andrea Travis, or Catherine Warren.
Well, you know, I am the expert. No, I'm not.
Wow.
But she had a little parlay into the disco music, and in 1976 she had a hit with this song. In a moment, I'll turn it up for the huge sample that makes...
Such a great song.
And so Brandon Canning is taking credit for the sample?
Because he was doing DJ work for the crew there, and the guy Nori is a part of this story, Craig Nori. But he introduces this song to Len, and next thing you know, they're sampling it heavy here. It's coming in a moment here. But this song went to number 4
Oh, yeah.
on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
It was
And
a big
this
hit in
song-
Hamilton.
This song gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Where I've been going more for the last few weeks. More. Wait, here it comes. Hold on.
Here comes the trumpet. It's like Love Boat.
I think it's coming, gentlemen.
Sure it is.
After the trumpet
Speaking of
solo.
porno movies.
Here it comes.
There it is.
There it is.
That's virtual. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Steal My Sunshine, everybody.
Love it.
Andrea True Connection. Bob.
Yes, sir.
Actually, no, we start with Rob.
No.
So your names are too similar. Rob Preuss.
Yes.
What was it like being in Spoons while Sandy Horn and Gord Depp were breaking up?
What was it like? It was fine.
Has anyone asked you that
You
before?
were like a child.
Well,
so-
I was 18.
Yeah.
But you know, this is interesting when...
Well, the band, because there was the 4 of us, I was always sort of like 2 camps. It was like Gord and Sandy because they were a couple for so long, and then Derek and I. It was like
You don't talk about Derek much.
no, he's got to come on this. Needs to come like
Derek's never come on, eh? Derek's a
Never.
really interesting guy. He runs Gary Slate's outfit
yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
he's in charge of a lot of money for artists.
He's been
an
involved
interesting
with
guy
Gary for years and years. It's amazing.
Wait, did you say money? I'm booking him tomorrow.
But it was always Gordon, Sandy, and Derek and Rob. That was sort of the way the band, sort of the hierarchy kind of came.
Yeah.
Because they were lovers and you two were lovers.
We were lovers, exactly. And we kept that
Both
undercover.
good-looking fellas.
We were lovers and we kept that undercover.
There you go.
But so when they were breaking up, it got a little bit awkward, but I think they always tell this story now that they decided that the band was more important at that point, like to kind of keep the trajectory happening with
Well, no,
what
I
we were
heard.
doing.
So Sandy Horn's been on Toronto Mike, and I
Yeah.
met her at your event in
Yeah.
Oakville. But she was on Toronto Legends.
Yes.
And I heard her talk about how she decided the band was bigger than their relationship.
That's what they decided. And I mean, we all knew because, you know, we were all feeling the effects because we were like, there was a real unit on the road at that time. It was the 4 of us. We had a tour manager. We had like all the crew guys. We had a horn section. We had like all that stuff happening. So this was like a machine that was moving. So as they were breaking up, we were like,
Hang on.
we got to just deal with this.
This is bad.
Right.
Yeah. This is bigger than
Is it
you
like
two.
Fleetwood Mac or something?
It was a
Like,
little Fleetwood Mac. It's like half a Fleetwood Mac or half a
Oh,
ABBA.
it's Stevie Nicks' birthday today.
It is.
That's right.
Because Midtown Gord told us this.
That's
also, Lenny Kravitz's birthday.
Yep.
Lenny Kravitz, fun fact, 1 year older, maybe 2 years older, at least 1 year
Only
older
1 year.
than Midtown Gordon.
Yeah, only
they
1
look
year.
Like
That's
fucking
right.
twins.
Yeah,
It's
no, you're-
unbelievable.
Yeah, you're right. Lenny was born in 64.
Unbelievable.
Hilarious.
Leslie Villian's asking how come we're not seeing you on camera.
I was wondering the same thing.
Well, I can show her me if she wants to see me. I'm
it.
as good looking as ever. I saw Leslie. She was at TMLX 18, and that was not that long ago. We had an event at Christie
Oh, you
Pitts.
did. That's right. 2 weekends ago.
Can I tell you, the game was actually unplayable yesterday due to field conditions because we got a lot of rain, and they have it's a pit, I guess. So I don't.
That's why it's called Pits.
Did you know? Do you know I keep seeing pit spelled? There it is again.
There you go.
I'll play this at TMLX too.
know. Is that? Won't you steal my sunshine? Okay, we need some sunshine to dry up Christie Pitts. I keep seeing Christie Pitts spelled with 2 T's in Pitts. It's 1 T, right?
Unless you're Brad.
Or the Pit.
Or the
which
Pit.
actually I like so
That's
much
right.
the Pit. I started watching on the Stella Secret Canada Camp server. I've been watching every night. I watch an episode with my wife. I've been watching ER. And I'm in late in season 2, and I watched it in real time in the 90s. I used to watch it with my first wife on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock. I'm enjoying this 45 minutes in 1990s network Dramaville.
I love that.
It's unbelievable.
That's
But
like me
I'm
watching Mad
enjoying
Men
it.
I'm watching Mad Men on Stella as well.
But at least once in a while, couldn't Mad Men drop a swear once in a while?
They didn't swear in
Right?
the 60s.
No, but I feel like they had a rule on AMC because AMC had Breaking
Well, they
Bad.
had The Walking Dead as
and
well.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I think they had a rule where they could get a swear a year or something like that. It's not like HBO where you can swear 100 times an episode, but they could do a swear a year. ER, no swears
Right.
No.
or nudity.
Although now you can.
Is that true?
Well,
I have not seen a
regular-
drama on NBC at 10 o'clock in 20 years.
Is it NCIS something?
Can
I
you
don't know.
swear
Is
on
it-
that?
I don't
bet
know.
you can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do I know?
Middle America.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do want to tell everybody, great baseball at Christie Pitts. Come on out. We had snow day a couple of Sundays ago. I was hanging with the snowman. It was fucking wild. It was unbelievable. I had a great time. And I urge FOTMs to get their ass to Christie Pitts. If Mother Nature cooperates, there's no better place to be. It's free ticket. There's no ticket. And then you can buy a beer. You can drink it. It's legal to drink the beer on the hill.
Amazing.
And get a hot dog or something and watch some high caliber baseball. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
No, it looks like, yeah, it's a good time. And yesterday was supposed to be against the Hamilton.
Rodney, yes, it was Hamilton.
Yeah, the
I
Cardinals,
think.
the Hamilton Cardinals. Yes.
But I don't think they played. Okay, but they'll be back, and you should come out to Christie Pitts and check it out with me. Okay, let's get to some fucking toast jams here,
Toast
boys. Any words to say, Rob Preuss, before your first song? So we're gonna do this. Okay,
I was gonna ask
I'm
about the
tell
order.
this.
Yeah.
we're gonna play the hit.
Yeah.
And obviously, when people hear the hit, they'll be like, "I guess that's not an original,"
Right.
Because then you're gonna argue. Basically, you're gonna tell us about it and tell
Gotcha.
us why you believe the average listener of this podcast thinks that's an original, not a cover.
Hit it.
Okay, hit it. Hit the post, you mean? I can talk it up here and tell people, yes, we are open, an award-winning podcast from Al Grego and Maneris.
He's an FOTM.
They went to Regina. I'm going to get back to the AI. I didn't hit the post. I fucking suck. That's why Indy 88 won't. I don't get a meeting with the owner of Indy 88.
Brutal.
Should be embarrassed. I am embarrassed.
I watched it happen in real time.
But you do. I've seen Indy 88 setup. There's a countdown clock. I don't have any fucking countdown.
You don't have a countdown.
I don't need one.
Okay, we'll cover it up with black tape and see how you do.
I'd be fine.
With this song,
Yeah.
Sure. You just feel it, man.
he's the 90s alt rock.
Just feel it.
Okay, here we go. All right, Pointer Sisters Fire. Rob, speak to us.
It was a big hit in 1978. Huge hit.
So this is pre-Jump.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Jump to the 80s.
This
Yeah.
is 5 years before that. So
Yes.
this was them onto the charts. I mean, I think this might have been the first song of theirs that I knew, but
Oh, yeah.
a huge hit. I didn't learn until many years later that it wasn't their song.
I did not know this is a cover.
All right.
There you go.
But I actually never thought about it. I know because
No, you don't think about it, right?
it's not a band I really think about. It's
Right.
just they're there and they're good.
Exactly.
But I've never like owned a CD from
No.
Pointer Sisters.
But I think what was surprising was that once you realized who wrote the song, it made it more interesting because you're like,
Okay.
oh, I didn't.
Okay, you know what? So I know I have the song loaded up.
Yeah.
But I know the gentleman you're speaking of who wrote
Yeah,
the song.
yeah.
Like I know this as like a fun fact in the back of my head.
Yeah.
But Willie, let's just say have this chat, Bob, before we play the original. Bob,
Yes.
do you think the average FOTM listening would hear this song and say, "Oh, that's a cover"?
Nope. No, this is. I think most people would think this is an original Pointer Sisters song.
Yeah.
I think.
Mind
I
you,
think this passes the sniff test for sure.
I think it goes back to the guy we talked about with the fake Fox News Chiron that said
Yeah.
he can't call himself the boss. And I think that there's a list of songs that are big hits written by that guy, and this is one of them. And I
Okay.
think there's an awareness there, but will the average listener
I'm a
know
music
that?
person. I do this for a living. I didn't know this was a cover. So no, I don't think so. I think the average
I'm
person
asking
doesn't
the
know.
questions, Bob.
And I'm answering.
But the challenge too, though, is because the Pointer Sisters didn't really write their songs anyways.
Right.
So the fact that it was recorded and released previously makes it an actual cover.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
what- yeah.
they would pick songs, they might record songs that had never been recorded.
They didn't write Jump.
Exactly.
Jump for My Love or
Right,
whatever.
right.
They didn't write that. But I don't think anybody performed that before that.
That's right. Exactly.
This is a true cover. Yeah.
Yep.
This is, so who was the original? Was
Oh,
it?
you know what? Play the hit, not the hit. Play the original, and then blow our mind as
Yeah.
to who the
Because the original isn't
songwriter
even
is.
the writer.
Right.
Oh.
That's an important distinction.
One more step.
Not. Okay. What a train wreck you're doing. What the hell are you doing?
On the radio, I'm pulling you close, but you just say no. You say you don't like it, but girl, I know you're a liar.
I did not know about this version.
'Cause
Was this the
when
first
we
recorded version? Nice.
kiss, fire.
Does this guy
year?
think he's Elvis fucking Presley?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
he's a rockabilly singer. His name is Robert Gordon, and you might know his name but not know of him. But he was fairly
Any
well known.
relation to Cam Gordon?
Distantly related. Like if you do,
What year? Oh.
Yeah, 23andMe. I think there's in the back. Yeah,
What year is this from?
78. So the almost
So,
like not much
This
earlier.
happened a lot back in the day where songs were released at the same
Yeah.
time with two different versions.
People would
The
hear a
last time-
song,
yeah.
and then they'd say, "Oh my God, that's amazing," and then they would
The
quickly
last
do
time
it.
that kind of happened in pop culture was like more like All for One and John Michael Montgomery. That I Swear.
Yes.
Do you remember that? Like
Yes.
the R&B
Yeah.
and the country version.
Absolutely.
That was in the late '90s or mid '90s.
It happened with the Coca-Cola jingle
Yes.
we were talking about. Two
Yep.
bands recorded it, had hits in the same time period.
You're really pushing this Coca-Cola jingle today, man. What's up with that?
It's called a callback. You learned it in radio school.
Cool. No, I didn't go.
But
to,
if-
I
but
didn't
if
go
you
to
listen-
radio
if you had
school.
gone to radio school, you
I
would
taught
know.
radio school.
You got to do
but-
callback.
But if you listen to this version, you can almost guess who the original might be, or who the writer might be. He recorded it, but he sort of copied this, and I think he was inspired by this. So the writer is Bruce Springsteen.
So it's not I'm on fire. It's just fire.
Exactly.
Wow.
It all leads to the same place, though, right?
So
you-
Springsteen wrote this,
Yep.
and it ended up. So how does that happen? You know, like how does he write it? He never records
he used
it.
to give
Never
away a
recorded
lot
it.
of his songs,
Yeah,
right?
well, because what happens is when you're a songwriter and your career is blossoming, you'll have a publisher who'll say, "Give us songs," and then the publisher is trying to sell the songs to artists.
Right.
Because the Night is the biggest song Patti Smith ever had.
Exactly. And that was a year before this, even 2 years before
Manfred
this.
Mann went to #1 with
Yep.
Blinded by the Light.
Yep, exactly. So it's that same era of Springsteen, as he was breaking through in his own world.
Right.
He had these hits.
Glad I'm
this
not on
other
camera
thing.
because I think I'm all emphatic over here.
That's right. I don't know.
But you guys can see me.
I don't know what character that is. Manfred Mann.
That's my Mark Weisblatt.
But Springsteen recorded the song, and it came out like only 10 years ago.
See, now that you're saying it,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I actually somewhere in the back of my
Yeah.
mind that existed.
probably heard it,
but
yeah.
I didn't know.
Blinded by the Light, Because the Night, Fire. These are the songs we know are hits for other artists
Yes.
that Bruce Springsteen wrote.
Yep.
But I like this opening, and I think
That's
the
great.
average FOTM is learning today that Pointer Sisters song
Yep.
was a cover.
Were they really sisters?
I think 2 of them were sisters.
There were definitely sisters in there.
Not sure about the points. What the point was?
Yeah.
The point.
What's
part
the point
was.
of it all?
Nobody in the Ramones was named Ramon.
Except
None of them.
But Ramon?
There were no Ramones. This is the mind blow. There were no Ramones and the Ramones. Okay, take that to the bank and smoke it or something like that. Okay, so great start, Rob Preuss.
So we've laid the
start
groundwork
here, and now I'm telling you, this
That's
is
good.
a banger. You ready? Can I dive in, or do you want to say something?
No, just do it.
Oh,
it's a good one.
Oh, crackle and pop there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
a little bit of Jessica.
A little bit of Tina.
Well, there's a Monica in there. I know 'cause I married one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter.
It's like Romper Room.
So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in, please sing in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see.
This is a bop. This is a bop, right?
Huge.
1999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He. Did you know Lou Bega's German?
No.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the fucking
That's the mind blow right there.
That's
Lou Bega's German.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and you know this song is good. I think full circle of like when it came out, it was so massive.
Yeah.
Kind of like in that same era of like Right Said Fred, I'm
Yeah,
too sexy,
yeah.
and like it's like a parody song or like it's a not so
Satire sort of.
yeah. So. And it got so big, and then everybody hated it. I think people love it now.
I love it.
I actually think people.
I loved it back then.
If you play it at a wedding, people still go nuts for
Is
it.
it like Macarena adjacent?
Yeah, I would say so. I would
You
say
know what else it makes me think of? Do you remember the song Lucas with the Lid Off?
Of course. I play it whenever Lucas Ionetta comes to
Really?
a TMLX event recording.
Actually, I don't know it.
You probably would if you heard
catch
it.
a
I would if
vibe,
I
catch a
heard
vibe. Whoa, it's Lucas with the lid up.
Yeah.
Novelty song.
It's
That's
a
the word I'm
novelty.
looking for.
Exactly.
Novelty song.
Yep.
Not parody.
Yep.
Novelty song. This is a
Yep.
novelty song.
Totally.
But yeah, so so he releases it in 1999.
Yeah.
There's a 5-minute extended version, a radio edit. Huge hit, like all around the world. It actually did it go to number? I went to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
What blocked it? Do you know?
I don't. I didn't. I
What
didn't,
year?
I didn't go. 99. April of 99 is when it was released. So
Blocked by How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
yeah, there you go.
Or Backstreet Boys or
Someday or something.
Yeah.
Or so this is we could have this is up for a conversation now. The original song is by a gentleman by the name of
Well, do you want to play it?
yeah, sure. It's by Damaso Perez Prado from 1949.
Wow.
And it's called Mambo Number 5.
It is.
But it's instrumental.
Sure.
So
Oh, interesting.
So this is what the controversy
Yeah.
that I'm inviting. I'm inviting.
Yeah.
Does this count as a cover? Because it's the same. It's called Mambo Number 5.
Yeah.
It is the exact
It's really
same
called
song.
Mambo Number 5.
It's called
Wow.
Mambo. Yeah.
This is interesting, but
So-
although his next jam is more interesting in my
Really?
opinion. But okay, I think it's a cover, but it
But
does.
it does all
beg
the
a
ow. It
conversation.
does all the sounds.
Yeah.
Listen, like
And he slowed it down a bit too,
he
right?
slowed it down a
Yeah,
little bit,
yep.
but it is.
Give it a groove.
But he never says a little bit of
Yeah,
Monica.
sure.
So is it a cover or is it a sample?
It rides a fine line.
I know, right? It's worth the conversation. That's why I did it.
think it is a cover.
I would say I would accept it.
It's great, eh?
It's cool.
And when you make grunts like that, is it still an instrumental?
Well, yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
It's a little. It's a little
like a
bit
James
like
Brown lyric.
You feel like so I don't know who heard it first. Was it German Lou Bega? Some heard this and said I'm going to put these lyrics on top of it, and but it still has the same feel.
We have a ruling from the birthday boy.
Oh yeah.
Lenny Kravitz says,
Ah.
just kidding. It's Midtown Gord on the live stream who says, yes, Bob, this counts. Oh, here's words, but different words.
Mambo.
Mambo.
Sing. He's saying 5/5.
You know what? Now I'm not as sure because they threw words in here.
It's called Mambo Number 5. Both are called. The album that this guy did, this Perez Prado, is called A Little Bit of Mambo. I don't know. I think.
But what's the difference between this and Steal My Sunshine, where they just
because that's just a sample that they repeat over and over.
That's only a 4-bar thing.
Yeah. And that's a sample.
That's
we
a
had this
sample.
probably far. This is not a sample.
Look, I'm up.
re-recorded it.
I am up for the conversation. That's why I did it on purpose.
No, it's
Rob,
good.
what do you think?
I would accept it as a cover because
I think so.
He must have given this guy a credit as well as a co-composer of the song.
So he's only covering the melody.
He's totally
covering, of course he had to.
he's totally got the co-write.
Well, he's added on top of it. So he took an instrumental, basically wrote the song around the instrumental.
But when you hear a modern song and they got like they got an Elton John song going, and then it's whatever Dia Lupa's going into something else or whatever.
Dia Lupa.
Dude, what's her name?
Lip Dupa.
What's her fucking name?
Love it.
What's her
Lip
name?
Dupa.
Dua Lipa.
Lip
What did I say?
Dia Lupa. I don't even know what you said. It was amazing.
I call her Lip Dupa.
It's like when John Travolta said the chick who sings Frozen.
Oh yeah,
Adele
Idina Menzel.
Dazeem.
Yeah, that's pretty
Adele Dazeem.
Okay, but
great. Do you know her? No, you never met.
okay, she's in that movie my daughter took me to, which I should know this. It's the Wizard of Oz movie.
Wicked?
Yeah.
You're like, what? How do you,
You know
know?
what?
So anyway, so I think
I did stay for the whole thing.
I think that this I think it's a cover. I think it's an interesting
I'll keep
cover.
it.
I think it's a cover because with an interesting angle that he added those lyrics to it.
Yep.
So it's like an enhanced cover.
It totally
or
is.
something.
Yep.
Anyway.
You know what I never did? I never said what songs are excluded.
do the
Tobias
list.
Vaughn does chime in to say, if a cover where lyrics are changed is still a cover, then why not lyrics being added? Music is just as, if not more important than lyrics. Okay.
What? One more time in English?
I just can't read.
I get it.
My apologies. I never learned to read. It's my great shame. Okay, I'm going to read these songs that Cam Gordon, Stu Stone, and I kicked out as songs we didn't know were covers. So it's a little different. So that was songs I didn't know these were covers. It can't be, right? And now we're doing songs we don't think the average FOTM knows is a cover. So slightly different. But I did exclude these songs from today's episode. So we were not allowed to kick out the following songs. I'll do this very quickly. And I'm doing the originals, actually. Okay, so the original, The Best, it wasn't Tina Turner. It was Bonnie Tyler, okay? I've Got My Mind Set on You.
That was what I was going to do because I didn't know that.
It was like a 50s song
I
or
just
something,
recently found out
Isn't that
was
crazy?
yeah.
James Ray did it,
Right.
okay? Video Killed the Radio Star. That's not a Buggles song. That was Bruce, Woolley, and the Camera Club.
Yep.
Everybody knows them. All right, ready for this? The Crying Game. The cover.
Boy George.
Not Boy George.
Yeah.
It was a guy named Dave Barry, okay? Love Buzz. This is a Nirvana song. It was actually Shocking Blue. Angel of the Morning was originally by an artist named Evie Sands.
Okay.
Saving All My Love for You is not a Whitney Houston song.
George
it was
Benson?
by close Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis.
Oh, a little solid gold action.
Yeah, right.
Mamas and Papas, you're covering California Dreamin'.
Ooh.
That's not
Really?
your jam. That actually belonged to adjacent artist Barry McGuire, who did
Eve of Destruction.
right, which I still dig. Eve of Destruction, absolutely. Gloria
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually by Umberto
It's
Tozzi.
an Italian song.
Right.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
What a Man is not a original song by En Vogue. It is Linda Lindell. Never Ending Story is a never ending story. That's a cover.
Lee Mall.
Really?
Right, Lee Mall. He's got it. Oh. Okay, this is gonna be coming back later. That's a teaser, okay? Heart and Soul.
But wait, you glossed over Le Mans there with
Okay,
Who
I didn't know
covered-
I was
who
I said
did
I was
the
going
original?
quickly. What do you want to say? No, Le Mans is the
what's the original?
I just have
Lee Mall's the original.
I only have the
No, Le Mans the cover, right?
I have
what
the
was the original?
Tyler Campbell maintained Kick Out the Jam spreadsheet that I copied
All
and
right.
pasted here, so I can't
I'm gonna
speak
figure it
anymore.
out.
You have to figure it out. Heart and Soul is not a Huey Lewis and the News original.
Really?
Okay, it's by a band named Exile. More on that later.
Exile, the Kiss You All Over?
Exiles and Kiss You All Over, Exile?
Possibly. Obsession. You're my obsession. That's Michael DeBar and
Yeah.
Holly Knight, okay?
Yeah.
Don't Turn Around. That's not Ace of Base. That's a Tina Turner song. Ace of Base is covering it. And ready for this? I hope you're all sitting down. But Milli Vanilli, Girl, You Know It's True. That's a cover.
What?
A band named Newmarks with an X at the end. So all of those songs that we didn't know were covers, we kicked out, are ineligible for today's toast.
You know what's interesting? I felt like we had already done this topic ourselves, but it's because I did one song like this a year ago. We did I don't remember what the topic was.
Kick Out the Jam, maybe?
We did a kick out. No, it wasn't a kick out jam. Whatever the topic was, I picked the song Step by Step by New Kids on the Block, which was recorded earlier and released by their producer Maurice Starr.
Right.
And because I had this one song in my list of 3.
Yeah.
Did you dedicate it to Andy?
I did.
Can I just say, without a doubt, our list is so much better than that garbage list from Stu and Cam.
what was that?
And yourself, like, what are you should be embarrassed.
I'm tired of those guys mailing it
was
in.
like the COVID era.
You really elevated things over here. I'm telling you. Speaking of Stu Stone, he made a movie and it had a woman in it named Jan Arden.
Oh.
And the person who promotes his movie, Vandits, reached out and said, would you have Jan Arden on Toronto Mike to promote Vandits? And I said, yes, I would have Jan Arden on the thing. No, this was actually, I was probably going to Zoom with this woman, to be honest. That's how badly I wanted Jan on.
Okay.
But
How do you cool your lips after a summer's kiss? How do you rid the sweat after the body bliss?
I tweeted, I was on Twitter at the time, and I said, hey, Jan Arden coming to Toronto Mike soon after this engagement with the PR person. And Jan replied something like either who are you or what is this?
Yeah.
And I lost all interest in it, and it never happened.
I vaguely remember that.
That's too bad because she's actually like really
She's funny.
engaging and funny and smart.
But I didn't say no. She just it never got to another level, and I didn't like.
Is this a cover?
This is a fucking cover.
I know she didn't write it, but
Well, that's what you can talk about. What's a cover? But okay, we're going to talk about this right now. So this is a big hit for Jan Arden. This is Insensitive.
I would say
It's from 1994's Living Under June. This is her second big hit. Can you name her first big hit?
It's Good Mother? No.
Good guess. Good guess. Could I Be Your Girl?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
She wrote Could I Be Your Girl?
Yep.
Jan Arden. So because Jan Arden writes her own stuff, she wrote Could I Be Your Girl? You just assume she wrote this big hit, Insensitive.
Yeah.
Well, there's a woman in Calgary named Anne Laurie who wrote the song you're listening to right now. Anne wrote Insensitive because she had an unhappy tryst with a chef at a Calgary restaurant where she was waiting tables. And she wrote this lovely song. Jan Arden heard her singing this at a bar or a club or something. She heard in Calgary, what a small world.
Wow.
Anne is singing her song live,
Wow.
Insensitive. And Jan options it
That's
to
cool.
record it for Living Under June.
That's awesome.
Oh, she heard it at a local club. I don't have the name of the club. Sorry to Calgary here. This became Jan Arden's most successful single ever.
That's really cool.
Number 1 in Canada, obviously. It went all the way to number 12 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. That's right. You're listening to a top 20 American hit.
Wow.
Wow. Do you know what helped it? It was on. It was heavily featured in a movie called Bed of Roses. Bed of Roses was also promoted using this song on Entertainment Tonight. All of this helped.
Wow.
Okay. Bed of Roses, by the way, is a 1996 rom-com. I don't know if it's a com. It's a romantic drama thing. And it starred Christian Slater and Mary Stuart Masterson. Wow. And Rotten Tomatoes gives Bed of Roses 19%. Okay, let's listen to Anne Laurie, because this is her song.
Is this your first cover jam?
Yep. Yeah, we're going slow today.
No, I just because we've
We're
had
gonna
lots of
cook 'em
diversions, and I didn't realize that this was actually your first choice. Because it's
Goodness,
good.
okay, I'll go faster.
No, it's good.
Is it? Because Bob just said we're going slow. I just heard him fucking say it in the headphones.
No, it just seems like I don't know. It seems like we've been
Do you have
talking.
somewhere to be?
We have good detours happening.
Every toast, you
Yeah.
do? This is the 41st host. Always like that.
This is the original.
Yeah, this is the original artist who recorded it.
Wow.
But
So this is where, let's talk about that.
yeah, because I tell you now, Jan heard her sing it in a club and said, I want that song.
How do you call
wow.
your lips after a summer's kiss? How do you rid the sweat after the body bliss?
Okay, we get the idea. It's a little slower.
It's beautiful. Just piano and voice, just like
It is
Adele.
beautiful, but it's tough to go from Jan's version to this
Yeah.
version because Jan is the one you know.
Right. But you hear the
it's a little
foundation.
peppier.
But you hear the the bones of the song.
This woman had to write the thing.
Yeah. But
Okay,
wait, get
Bob,
to,
let
get
me
to the
have it.
chorus.
Well-
Tell me what you want to say.
This song was never released as a recording until Insensitive by Jan Arden.
Correct.
So it's not a cover.
Well,
It wasn't because it's just
let me
written by
ask the
somebody
question.
else.
Let me ask the obvious. If this woman writes this song and sings it at a club, and it's heard by Jan Arden at the club, and Jan says, I'd like to record that for my album, is she not covering this woman?
Nope.
Rob, I ask you.
I don't think it's not recorded. I mean, that's like any songwriter giving a song.
But you didn't read it on a sheet of paper. You heard her sing it live.
She heard it live, but she didn't hear a recorded version. So this was
No, she
recorded
didn't hear it
after the fact?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she had no. This woman never had
She
an
never
album.
released
No.
it. I see.
No.
But she made a lot of money
This
off that song.
Calgarian, I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope
Yeah,
so. I
for
don't
sure.
have that detail, but
Yeah.
this Calgarian, this lovely Calgarian, Anne Lore,
I think she's
Lori,
wonderful. I'm sure she's a great person.
wrote this.
Yeah.
It's based on her broken heart, actually.
Yeah, we get the
Full of
idea. We
pain
know.
and angst.
We know the story.
She's in a Calgary club.
Fuck, I get the
singing her
story.
heart out.
Jesus.
Jan
but the
is
fact is,
there.
it's not a cover.
Jan hears it and says, I'd like to option that for my
Yeah.
album.
Whitney
Is it a cover?
Houston. Whitney Houston doing "I Will Always Love You," Dolly Parton's song, is a cover because Dolly Parton wrote it and
She
sang it.
recorded
What
and
if
recorded
Dolly
it.
had never recorded it and she just played it live?
Then
I
she-
would say it wouldn't be a cover.
Then it's not a cover.
Yeah.
So
then-
you're saying it can't be a cover if it's not recorded?
Yeah.
I say that's
so.
bullshit. That's
Okay.
that's gatekeeping. You guys are just
Gatekeeping. No, it's called fact checking.
you're covering a song. It just means someone else wrote this song
Yeah.
and you heard it,
Happens
and
all
now
the
you're
time.
gonna do it. You got to hear the fucking CD
You
to cover
gotta-
a song or an album.
No,
I can't just
it's
hear it
not
on the
fucking
radio.
1990. You don't need a CD. You need to hear the song recorded.
So you're saying if you hear a song on Indie 88 today,
Yes.
and you go record it,
Yeah.
did you cover that song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
sure.
what's the difference between hearing it on Indie 88 and hearing it the artist play it live in a
she's
club?
just a singer-songwriter at some cafe doing her thing.
If you hear it live,
She heard it live
It's-
at a local club.
I would give it a point for sure.
Rob, listen, Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
Rob.
Bit
Why should there be this rule? You can't cover a song unless it's been recorded.
No, it's true.
No, it's not. You can cover it. Sure, you can.
But I think that's the terms that we've
Well, you can't call
set
it-
for this.
I think for
you
this
guys just pulled
particular,
this out your ass right now. We didn't talk
Yeah.
about this beforehand.
No, we didn't. You're right.
But
So-
you owe me an apology.
I'm gonna no. You know what? I'm gonna give you a point because I'm gonna give Mambo Number 5 a point because it's also a cover that's like sort of he wrote lyrics to another existing song.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of a cover, but it's kind of brand new at the same time.
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
you both have some weak points.
yeah, you
some-
know, yeah. You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
give you both.
You know what, Mike? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay.
I've been wrong, brother. I've been wrong on the ring. Not wrong about this.
You know what? I just think it's somebody else's song that she's actually made her own.
Yeah.
You know, like Jan's version is so
Well, that's
iconic.
why I didn't include Bruce Springsteen's version of Fire because he recorded it after Robert Gordon.
That's what this is.
Yeah, sort of.
Exactly that. What are you doing now, Trainwreck?
Something's happening.
This one's much better.
Oh, what is this? How many things are playing at once? There.
How do you cool your lips
Oh, who's that?
It's a live version.
after a summer's kiss?
It's on The Voice or something. Or
How do you
This is Leanne fucking Rhymes, you
there you
two.
go.
Name checked in a #1 Billboard
Right.
hit.
after the body bliss?
Bridgemount Stadium, home of the Robbie.
How do you
This is Leanne Rhymes, okay? And she put this on a late 90s album. I'm sure it sold a ton of covers. So she covers this song, and she changes a lyric. I just thought it was fun to tell you the change. You want to hear the change?
Yeah.
So Jan sings, "How do you teach your heart it's a crime to fall in love again?" Jan sings that line.
Yeah.
How do you teach your heart it's a crime to fall in love again? Leanne Rimes sings, how do you teach your heart it's time to fall in love again? So Leanne changed it from it's a crime to it's time. And that is my final fun fact about Insensitive, which is used in Bandits.
Yep.
By this non-FOTM Jan Arden, who doesn't know what she's missing.
Tobias Vaughn, Bob's right, not a cover. Leslieville, agree, not a cover.
They're wrong. I'm gonna block them. Block. That's a punch. That's a punch. What else you got
Lots
there?
of bands hear demos of a song and record it, but it's not a cover if the demo was not released.
What if they heard it live in a club, Midtown Gord? Thank God the camera's not on me. I've got foam coming out of my mouth.
You do. You are living.
A for
Turning
effort,
red.
Mike. A for
Getting
effort.
angry.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is Leanne Rimes.
But this, I would have to say that this, the fact that we're ruling on this, is a lighter sentence than what happened with the sample. Remember the sample?
Oh, well, no, that was a huge L for
Let's
him.
move on now.
That was a huge
Rob
L for him.
Preuss.
Yeah.
Let's move on from
That was an epic L. That might have been the biggest L
That was
ever
the
on
biggest.
Toast.
But you keep it up really well other than that one.
Leanne Rimes was name-checked in a Billboard #1, the second Canadian rap song to go #1.
Amazing.
After,
Yep.
what song went to what Canadian rap song went to #1 first?
Informer.
The Snowman.
The Snowman.
Correct, Bob Willette.
FOTM Snowman.
The Snowman confirmed for TMLX 19 on June 2. I want a photo of the Toast crew with the Snowman.
I'm going to work up a version of Informer on the piano, and we should do it together. How about that?
He'll do it.
He'll do it. I'm going to work it up.
I've never met Snow. I actually would look forward to meeting him. I would,
you'll love him.
yeah.
Nick Iones wants me to charge admission to TMLX 19.
I know he does.
He's a Scarborough guy, right? Like Snow is.
North York, I want to
Was
say.
he North York? Okay.
Where's Fairview Mall?
Yeah, no, so Don Mills, yeah, so it's technically Scarborough.
Scarborough, okay.
Yeah, one
Scarborough.
side is Scarborough, North York,
Scarborough.
which is like it's the Don Mills 25 bus away from where I
He's
grew
right
up.
beside Applebury? Appleberry?
I don't know.
It's right beside Fairview, but that's out of my comfort zone.
That's my area.
Okay, you're going to do my song
let's
next,
go.
right?
No, he's supposed to keep talking about this
I'm going to say something about Nick
goddamn...
Iones real quick.
Oh, yeah.
So, how much should I charge for TMLX 19?
$85.
Plus like a
And I don't think you should charge anything.
ticket
Or you know what
subsidy.
you should do? You should make it a donation thing for like a charity.
No,
Like,
Yes.
the human fund.
yeah.
I need another kayak.
Right.
Okay, so I'm not charging for TMLX
No.
19 because I'm a bad businessman.
That's right.
But Nick Iones just chatted with Bob's favorite politician, Brad Bradford,
Ha!
and it's the most recent episode of Building Toronto's Skyline. So listen to
Toronto's
Nick Iones. So
Skyline.
this was recorded last Friday. Brad Bradford, Nick Iones talking about affordable housing.
Wow.
Very interesting, to be quite honest with
Should
you.
play my jingle that I did for Building Toronto Skyline.
Can I ask you about your jingles real quick here?
Yeah, sure.
Real quick, and then
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to get right back to the jams because
Yep.
Bob says we're going too slow today. So
We're
we got to
meandering.
get right back there.
We're diverging.
But I'm actually going to play a different jingle and just ask Bob about it, if that's
Hey.
okay. You ready?
Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. We need to do it today. That means we need recyclemyelectronics.ca.
Nice.
Today.
What do you think, Bob Willette?
It's beautiful. It's got a Bublé feel to it. I like it a lot.
Okay, again, I think of Rob Preuss as like a brother now.
yeah.
Okay? I love you like a brother.
Yep.
Would you kiss me right now? I don't mean to be insensitive, but I fucking hate it. Like, I actually hate it. Because,
Why do you hate that?
I know
You know.
there's no human singing that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I feel like one of the great musicians of all time, Rob Preuss, gets AI to create the music and the lyrics,
Yeah.
and it's AI slop. And I just can't stand the sound of AI.
I appreciate you playing
it's
them, though.
inhuman. I've been playing them because I fucking love you. But I don't want to play this AI slop on Toronto Mic.
I know. It's
Is that rude?
No. It's
Like
not. It's,
I'd rather hear you sing it off key
Well, you know,
than hear AI do that.
The most fun thing for me was that it was like a little challenge I set myself to see if I could get anything out of the robots. So I spent some time like actually creating these things.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
well, here's the one I think
They're
Brad
just
Jones
tools.
himself liked this.
They're just tools.
tools.
Shout out to Red Leaf Funeral Home. Hillers Members of the community since 1921.
What website did you do this with?
It's called Suno, S-U-N-O. I'm going to make you jingles if you want. AI
No,
jingles.
yeah. Here's the thing.
Indie air the
if
fucking
you
jingles.
didn't know, if you didn't know, Mike, you like did he know when you played them for him that they were?
I knew right away.
Oh, you knew right away.
I knew right away. And
yeah.
it almost doesn't, it's going to sound terrible. It almost doesn't matter whether you think they're human or not.
Yeah.
The fact they're not human, I don't want to play them on Toronto.
Yeah. Well, you have an ethical standard that
It's
you're
not even
living up to.
ethical. It's just I don't want AI. You know when you're on Facebook or something and there's, I don't know, Donald Trump's getting his diaper changed by, and it's like, I don't want any more AI slop. I don't want the pictures.
No, I agree.
I don't want the audio.
Yep.
Like, give me a flawed human over these fucking bots
I agree.
every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
I think for me it was like an experiment because I feel the same way when I see AI art. And I feel like people can make things look so realistic.
Yep.
And it starts to really bother me because I'm like, it's not fun anymore. It's cute for a second, but then you can smell it. And I think I feel the same way with this music. But I had to get through all these jingles to get to that point.
Okay, so we're now agreeing. I don't have to play them anymore.
No. For sure. But I loved
I'm not ungrateful.
No.
Like you spend lots of time.
I did it only for myself. Because
You
my
selfish bastard.
Remember, I had mentioned to you that I loved these on Rick Rubin's podcast. He has these jingles that I think are AI as well, and they sound like old-fashioned jingles. And I'm sure he just made them up. So my challenge to myself was see if I can input the right stuff to make a jingle for your sponsors.
What's the name of the site again?
It's called Suno, SUNO.com.
Interesting.
So that'll be the last time I play the AI slop on.
So what I
Toronto
did was I typed in the lyrics. So basically, I wrote the lyrics based on your things that you say about your sponsors,
right?
And then I tried to like put in keywords and like whatever they call them prompts to see if I can get something out of it. And it was a fun challenge. But I knew it was like as soon as I heard them, I was like, it feels a little creepy. It feels a little weirdly.
I don't know why I have a Prodigy I watched on CBC when he was like 14 or something. I don't know, but you were on CBC as this piano prodigy, this keyboardist who would go on to play with the Spoons, okay? One of Burlington's great bands next to the Rainbow Butt Monkeys.
Next to.
And that's the guy who's delivering me AI slop. It's like, no, I expect this kind of shit from maybe like Midtown Gord or something.
But you know what's funny is some of the little bits are good.
Happy birthday,
Do you
Midtown
have them
Gord.
all queued up?
Well, I have them. You want to hear
My
something?
favorite is
Great Lakes?
the one I did for Al.
Al. Okay, so this is Al Greco.
This is my favorite. I'm gonna learn.
Yes, we are open. Yes, we are open. An award-winning podcast, only from Oneris. Yes, we are open. Yes, we are open. Hosted by Al Grego. He's an FOTM. And yes, we are open. Are we open? Yes, we are.
I'd love to
Come
see.
on, the robot didn't. I had nothing to do with that except the lyrics.
I was going to say I'd love to see what the prompts were. It was just
Yeah.
the lyrics
No, I mean-
and a style.
I put in like I can't even remember now exactly. I put in like vintage, 1940s, easy listening, jazzy, like vocal harmonies, all these kind of.
Yeah,
I had no
specific
idea. Like
prompts.
I didn't know how it was
What
going
was
to
going to
work.
come out. All right, no, let's hear
This is my next
Let's
jam.
do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I thought you might want to hit the post.
Well, this is my song that's a cover, and it goes now.
Nice. Ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark. I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on the telephone. And the night goes by so very slow. Oh, I hope that it won't end alone.
Oops. I was air drumming.
Who knew it was a cover?
I did.
You did already?
But the song you had me load up is not who I thought it was from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we all know this song. Huge hit, 1987, Heart.
Is this the same album as All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You?
Possibly. I don't
feel like that comes later.
It does come later.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if it's the same album or
I'm
not.
going to say it's the next album.
I think it has this album. I think has the song "Never" on it.
Okay.
That was another big hit.
And we adopt. This is an American duo, but we
But
adopted
Heart
them.
as
We
a,
sure-
it was a
Because
bunch
they,
of their music counts as CanCon.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
fell in love with Draft Dodgers.
Yes.
As discussed in the most recent episode of Toronto Mike with Adam Bunch.
That was a great episode.
Really was, right?
I listened while I was driving. I love it. Oh my god.
The
yeah.
Draft Dodgers, or the War what's the proper term?
I don't know what you call it.
Anyways, the people who didn't go to Vietnam,
Yeah.
Hart fell in love with a couple
Yeah.
in Vancouver.
That episode though, he went back in history like 200 years.
He's good.
The same stories, like the same thing's been happening over and over.
Yeah.
Right? It was so cool.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting for these times we live in. People should listen to the ongoing history of Canada versus the United States of America of Adam Bunch. But I'm going to tell you the name of the band I thought this was tied to in a minute. But do you want me to play the song you sent me by the?
Tell me the band you thought it was connected to.
I always heard this story. This was a Toronto.
Oh, really?
Song.
Interesting.
Toronto,
Yeah.
not a city Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
The band
Your
Toronto.
daddy don't know Toronto.
Oh.
Right. So you're saying it's got nothing to do with Toronto? Are you
Not
sure?
at all. Yes.
Is there another Heart song that covers
There probably
Toronto?
is. There probably is.
Okay, I'm going to Google that while I play. You ready?
Kick the original. So this was released in 1983.
I just looked this up.
Sounds similar.
Sounds like the original, brother.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark. I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on your telephone. And the night goes by so very slow.
What About Love
Oh, yeah.
is the Heart song covered from a Toronto song. So pick it up, Rob.
We're listening.
Okay.
I always ran well on my own. I never really cared until I met you. And now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone?
So the band was called I-10. The album was released in 83. The best bit of information about these guys in the band is that they wrote so many songs for people that are not covers other than the songs on this album. But so Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly are the two main songwriters in this band. They released this album, but meanwhile, they already had written hits for Madonna and the Bangles and Cyndi Lauper.
Which Madonna song?
Like a Virgin.
What?
Yes.
And-
So
yeah.
So
And-
check it out. They wrote Like a Virgin.
Now I'm thinking of Reservoir Dogs, Like a Virgin.
They wrote True
Dick,
Colors
dick,
for
dick,
Cyndi
dick,
Lauper.
dick, 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 dick.
They wrote Eternal Flame for the Bangles.
Wow.
What? That's a huge
Yeah.
hit.
They wrote So Emotional for Whitney Houston.
True Colors.
Yeah. They wrote I Drove All Night for Cyndi Lauper as well. I Touch
there-
Myself by the Divinals.
What?
And I'll Stand By You by the Pretenders.
I'll stand by
yeah.
you.
So these two guys had this band called I-10. They
Yeah.
released this album in 83. Alone was on the album. And Hart, their producer, probably heard it and said, "Oh my God, we got to do the song."
Well,
So
they had just to give it a bit of context with my mistake, which
Yeah.
is that "What About Love" is a Toronto song from '82,
Okay.
but that's released as a big hit
Yep.
by Hart in '85.
Yes.
and this is '87 when Hart releases the cover
That's
of
right.
this. So Hart just had success.
Yep.
covering like a smaller rock
well,
band.
that's what
song.
bands did. So bands in
Yeah.
those days would look for songs. Like honestly, we in Honeymoon Suite we recorded a song off this album as well. We did a song. The album was called "Taking a Cold Look," and we recorded the song "Taking a Cold Look" because our producer said these guys just had a huge hit with "Alone."
Wow.
So now producers go back to the record and go, "What else can we use?" So our producer came to us and said, "If you record the song, it's going to be a huge hit." And it wasn't a hit. It was a great song though.
Yeah.
I remember this story. What song was it again?
It was called Cold Look. So we released it. We recorded it for the third album that we did in '88, and they did a video for it. It was released in the UK, but it was like a minor hit in England.
Yeah.
But it came off the same album that Alone came from, which is so
I
weird.
think I-10 is a bad name for a band.
Terrible name. But I just love the fact that these two songwriters,
I-10.
they were just writing songs and
And then you
doing
see it,
whatever.
you think it's like Itten or something?
Yes, exactly. But the album is the players are all guys from Toto. It's all the
Yeah.
Toto. This is produced by Steve Lukather.
Okay, now you got Stu Stone tuning in.
Exactly.
You kidding me? Fucking you kidding me? By the way, fun fact. It's not a real fun fact, but fun fact: the first release by Pearl Jam, named after this band.
What? Oh, you're okay now. That's
I'm doing
AI.
that for- I'm
That's
doing that
AI.
for Bob.
It's good bit.
That's AI.
It was
slop.
Mookie Blaylock's number, but I thought it'd be
It's a good
fun to
bit.
pretend like 10 was named after I.
That's your version of an
you
AI
can borrow
photo.
That. You can borrow that,
Thank
Bob,
you.
for Indie
Oh, I
88.
appreciate it. I'll write it down right now. I'm on it.
I'm
So
on
there's,
the, yeah.
there's no other versions of that song. I mean, I feel like that really stands for itself, like the perfect example of a song that was originally recorded. Somebody,
But Heart
found-
wrote a lot of their big hits, right?
I think
Because
they
this
wrote
is 2 in a row we
So,
talked about that are
yeah.
covers. But they wrote like Barracuda. for
the
example.
earlier songs for sure. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
those are
And
the
that
big
was like
ones.
10 years before this.
Steamboat
right?
Annie stuff.
So
yeah.
it's amazing to think that 10 years later they had a hit with this. It was really the second part of their career. Really.
I saw them open for Def Leppard once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
At the Budweiser stage. I guess.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Speaking of cool, I can't wait to kick out this Bob Willette jam. I just need his blessing.
This is the controversy.
Oh, another more controversy?
Well, you know, you guys, everything's a controversy if
Wait
you
a
think
minute.
on it too long. So here we go.
That's a cover.
Yeah. But the controversy is, do people know?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So Bob and I had a little chat and we'll discuss.
Okay.
I think the average listener knows this is a fucking
Oh,
cover.
okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
But that's a
still-
rule
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't.
we did
I
forget
did
to
it
discuss that with every song.
We didn't set that rule. Right.
Because for insensitive, people don't know that's a cover.
Right.
I'm
Right.
sure of it. I think the average savvy, intelligent listener of Toronto Mike is well aware.
now
this
you've
is a
added
cover.
savvy and intelligent. You've added.
That's right.
I'll be shocked if there's anyone on the live stream right now who doesn't know this is a cover. And I'm gonna go check and see while we listen.
There's like the 2.5 minute version, the single version, but there's this version. I think this is the one I gave you, which actually has like the red one and it feels so fine.
Yeah.
That they added that.
Yeah.
Like that's not the,
That's
from the
right.
original,
Right.
which is by the way my favorite part of the song.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it is great. All right. And I didn't check for a while the live stream, but I was being told when I got confused with that Alone song and What About Love, Wise Blot was there to correct me.
Andy didn't know.
All right, there's always one, right? Come on, Andy. Everybody knows this is a... I don't want to name the artist
Well,
yet,
wait,
'cause
yeah,
it's-
I want to hear the red one and it feels so fine part. No,
Hey, I'm glad that Midtown Gord is joining us on his birthday. Remember, he was like
Is there
all
a better
nuts-
way to spend your birthday?
Yeah, he
was
wasn't
gonna
sure
get
that he
laid or
was going to
something,
be
right?
there. Yeah, he wasn't sure that he was going to attend, and I'm glad he's with us.
Maybe he's getting laid while he listens.
Oh.
Is he watching while he listens?
You know.
Oh.
What's the song where they do it doggy style to watch X-Files together?
It's Bloodhound Gang.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Big hit, Rob.
Yeah, Bloodhound Gang. Sex, baby, sex, baby, sex. Yeah, the bad touch. The bad
yeah,
touch.
we got nothing but... Oh, yeah.
Red wine. I guess we don't have to.
While we wait for Dude to come in, it's worth mentioning for the record, in East York, John, also like Andy, didn't know this was a cover.
So yeah, I think more people than you know.
So there's no like scientific way
No.
to prove this. I feel like the majority of listeners know this is a cover.
Here we go.
But you know, I can't
I think they talked about it a lot at the time.
Red wine.
Really.
Me feel so fine, you keep me rocking all of the time. Red wine, you make me feel so grand. A $1 million when you just in me on. Red wine, you make me feel
Is that patois you're doing?
Yeah.
Snow?
Me
I'm
and
hanging
Snow.
with the
Me and
snowman.
Snow. I grew up like 5 Jamaican families on my
You
floor.
got the snow story.
Yeah.
You, Rob
Let
Ford.
me do my own thing. Actually, it's interesting doing Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat right now, which my daughter just did with the Calypso song.
Oh, yes.
And whether or not my daughter was actually very worried about cultural appropriation. Oh, yeah.
Red wine, go to my head, make me forget that I still need her so.
Do you know Barry Manilow's playing Scotiabank Arena on Saturday? Yeah.
He did like 5 nights at Radio City Music Hall.
I would have
like last month.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry. I know some people who went. Actually, Lobster Boy, Craig Venn went to go see Neil Diamond last time he came through.
Wow.
And he said, not so good.
Oh, really?
Didn't quite hold up. But I'm actually unfortunately I'm out of town for the weekend.
Girl,
I would love.
You'll be a woman soon. Did you know that's a cover? Urge Overkill.
Yeah. It's Neil
We
Diamond
talked
too,
about
right?
Pulp Fiction earlier.
Yeah.
With the pinball.
So there you go. I knew this would be a point of contention whether or not people knew, but just small sample size. But people in the chat right now, at least a few people did not know that "Red Red Wine" by UB40 is a cover of a Neil Diamond song.
Yeah.
There's always, you're always telling somebody, so it's impossible to prove. I feel like most, like over 50% of listeners will know this was a cover, but
Take away
maybe
the
I'm
percent and you're still correct. Over 50.
Yes.
Listeners.
I bet you. So we play Red Red Wine on Indie 88, and I bet you there's a very, I bet you more people who listen to Indie 88 more do not know than do know.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's a dumber listenership. Than
Well, it's a different generation too, right?
We have to figure out how to listen to a podcast. There's a whole.
What's interesting is the people who are listening right now. I'm getting a ton of moms and their daughters. I gave away Lord tickets all weekend.
Oh yeah, it was the Lord weekend.
It was
That's right.
crazy how many great winners there were.
Do you play Soup Dragons? I'm Free.
No.
Add that. I know you don't pick the music.
I'm not in the programming
But
department.
that,
so. Not yet.
I feel like that song needs an indie resurgence, and that is a cover. And I feel like some people don't know that. I considered it.
Do you guys play the new Lord song?
Not yet. I want to. We tested it.
It's funny, right?
I like it.
She's got such a reputation. Like, this is the new music business, right?
Yeah.
So, like, she releases one new song after years and years, but she's still riding on the first song. On
Well, Royals is
she's gonna
huge.
Royals is gonna make her career forever.
Oh yeah,
she's coming back to New York. She's playing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
or
she's
whatever.
playing at Scotiabank Arena here in September.
But
It'll
it's,
sell out.
It's putting the trust in the fact that people are going to go, oh my God, I love Lord. And it's a generational thing. They remember Royals. They don't, most people won't know so many of her other songs, but it's based on that faith of
Bob's getting a phone call.
It's fine.
Take it.
My
It's indie.
apologies.
Somebody phoned in sick.
Yeah.
But it was cool. You guys were giving away tickets all weekend. I
All
loved
weekend long.
Wow.
Yep, that's right.
Good promo.
Yeah, it was a fun one. Yeah, so there you go.
fun.
I didn't blow anybody's mind with that. No mind blows with that.
But it's a good one.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
Good song.
But back
And
to
Neil's.
Soup Dragons for a moment, because they do a similar reggae thing in there, but it's like, similar. It's a bit later than that, but
Yeah.
like 1990 or something like that. Big CFNY song, and that is a Rolling Stones song. I'm free. You know this, right, Rob?
No.
Okay, so there you go. I'm free to do what I want any old time.
I've been listening to a Peter Tosh album that's produced by Mick Jagger.
Which one? Do you remember what it's called?
Bushman.
Wow. Is it good?
It's crazy good. You can and Keith plays on it. It's,
Really?
Yeah. I just found I have all this vinyl again. I was that guy who everybody's uncle was getting rid of their vinyl in the 90s, and I ended up with it. And I was like, oh, Peter Tosh. I love roots reggae.
I had a
I'm like,
favorite Peter Tosh album when I was like 18. I mean,
Is
and
this the Legalize It guy?
It's I don't know.
Legalize It?
The album was called Wanted, Dread, or Alive.
Yeah.
And it was so good. Like, it was my teenage summer, like with my first girlfriend, and like that album I loved so much. So wait, what's the Mick Jagger one called?
I think it's. I'm going to double check it. I think it's called. Would you use Bushman or no? You use
Bush Doctor. Bush Doctor.
Bush Doctor. No,
Okay.
yeah. Hang on, let me
Got
just
it.
double check.
I'm gonna listen to it on my drive home today.
Yeah, it's
The
really
Bushwhackers.
Love it.
All right, while you guys work that out, that's amazing. I'm going to play my second jam that I don't think the average listener knows is a cover. Also, we should say whether any of us are being educated about a cover for the first time. I don't know if we've been doing that. I know we touched on it, but like...
I'm being educated right now.
I didn't know this is a cover.
No.
Crazy.
But I do know who wrote it.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me.
How old do you two think Patsy Cline was when she died? Shout out to Ridley.
She's not in the
Funeral Home.
27 club, is she?
I have no idea, actually.
She was 30 years old.
Was she really?
When her plane went down.
You can visit the place where the plane went down in Tennessee.
Can you really?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
It's just at the end of a road somewhere.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's all kinds of people.
Wow.
Bob, you're the only 10 I see.
What? 10 IC. Oh, wow. Nice.
You can use that on India as well.
Thanks.
So,
Are you trying to destroy my career? What little's left of it?
Rob liked it.
I did like it.
You're
That's
the
what
only 10 I
my
see.
wife would call that an old man joke.
It's a dad joke. Yeah, for sure.
Dad joke.
I don't bring that out every episode.
Yeah, that's
but
right. It was worth it.
I felt this episode warranted it. Okay, so this version by Patsy Cline, Crazy, went all the way to number 2 on Billboard's Hot Country single.
In which year?
I'll come up with that in a minute. Okay, so it's one of the country music standards.
Yeah.
Like this song we're listening to right now is the all-time most played song in jukeboxes in the United States.
Wow.
Think about that for a minute.
How do you quantify that?
It's on Wiki. I found that one on Wikipedia. Okay. Many artists have covered it. It's this version is in the National Recording Registry. By the way, she had been in a car accident when she recorded this. So just before she recorded this, she was in a car accident and she bruised her ribs. And she couldn't reach the notes that she needed to match the unique phrasing by the artist I'll mention in a minute who originally recorded this song. So she worked with a guy named Owen Bradley, and country heads know the name Owen Bradley to record the music for this song and work on those arrangements that you hear. So she kind of used her own style rather than going with the original artist's style, and I'm going to play that right now. By the way, she did that on her first take. I'll have you know.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only a few weeks after
because her ribs were sore.
Ribs recovered.
Yeah. Wow.
And 1960, so she laid down that track during a session on September 15th, 1961.
That's amazing.
And this song came out, I mean, they spent a lot of time. They didn't put it out until October 1961.
Wow.
That's how quickly things used to work back in the day. Okay, without further ado, and I think that song and I Fall to Pieces are like the two big Patsy Cline songs that non-country fans would even recognize. But here we go.
Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry. Why
Who wants to name this artist?
I let myself worry.
It's Willie.
It's Willie.
It's Willie Nelson, everybody.
Willie.
And there's a lot of web speculation, and I couldn't really find any good source to confirm this, but the speculation is that Willie Nelson sold the rights to Crazy for either $50 or $100, or maybe I've even seen $10.
Really?
So, he needed some cash, and there you go. But this is a Willie Nelson song.
And so he recorded this first.
Yeah, he's got a deal with a guy named Pappy Daly.
Wow.
Do you know this name?
Nope.
So Pappy Daly, I feel like he was maybe parodied in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that or
right,
whatever.
right.
So you got in 1958, he's hosting the Western Express, and he's working as a DJ in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm talking about Willie Nelson.
Wow.
And Pappy Daly hears him, and he offers him a recording contract.
Those kind of
with
things
records.
and those kind of things happen in those days all the time, right? Like people selling their publishing for $10 or whatever they could get, right? And he was only 28. Really, it's funny to think now, Willie's 92 or something. It's amazing.
He's still with us, of
Yeah.
course. The great Willie Nelson. He used to he moved to Pasadena.
Wow.
With his family. He would teach guitar. When he was commuting from Pasadena to the Esquire Ballroom, he would write songs. Apparently in 1 week he wrote this song.
Wow.
Nightlife, Funny How Time Slips Away.
Yeah. Such great songs.
Great songs. We're having a great time today. This next song I'm going to put in the same category as the... I mean, I personally have known for a very long time that this was a cover, but I think it might be because I listened to the Howard Stern show, and Howard Stern had somebody on who had recorded it before, and they were talking about how nobody knew it was a cover. This is way back in the day. But may I play your hit?
Are you talking about me now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. It's your hit.
Hit it.
I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adored. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. Conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. So I guess the fortune.
This is the one we all know and love. I don't think I knew that it was a cover originally.
I didn't.
Did you not know?
No,
Okay.
I would have said this was a Natalie Imbruglia song.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's Australian, right?
Yeah.
She was on Neighbours?
No, that was Kylie Minogue.
No, I think she's...
She might have been on Neighbours too.
Isn't she,
Every
isn't
Australian
she
actress is on
British?
Neighbours.
And she married Daniel Johns, isn't she? No.
Oh, I thought she was Australian on like an actress on like Neighbours or something.
Australian and British singer-songwriter, it says. Yeah. Oh, she was born in New South Wales. Okay, yeah.
She's Wales. Okay. She's Welsh.
No, like Sydney, New South Wales.
Oh, Australia.
The
Actually,
province.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Right. We're hijacking this from the great Rob Preuss.
That's
So
okay.
Rob Preuss.
Yeah, so it came out.
You're right. I think the average listener does not know this is a cover.
I'm 100% the average listener because I love this on the radio and I had no idea. Like you think back to 1998 now, there was some internet action in those days, but not like it is now. We still didn't know shit about shit, right?
We still don't know shit about shit.
We definitely don't know shit about shit now. But yeah, in 98, this was the hit. And I didn't know until probably the last couple of decades, I guess.
I didn't know until the last 2 minutes.
Really?
Cover. Yeah, no, I didn't know. Who's the original?
So...
Yeah. Well, you tell me, because I have two things loaded up.
I sent you the one this
today.
morning.
You want
Yeah.
me to play that?
That was my funnest fact for myself that I learned this morning.
But
That
which of these two, the one you sent previously or the one you today, which
the
is
one
the
this
first?
morning is the first.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
go for that one. Yeah. Same tempo, exactly.
Yeah. How's that français?
Norwegian or Danish, Denmark.
Do you like a Danish? Not a big Danish
I like a
guy.
nice Danish.
Yeah, like a nice Danish?
A little salted.
Do they have raisins in Danishes?
Yeah.
I think I like Danishes. Is it like a Dutchie?
Pass the Dutchie.
Hey, because just quick, because are Dutchies the one that are like glazed donut with raisins and maybe chunks of
Yes.
something in there?
Yes.
I like those.
Isn't that a cruller?
Well,
or a cruller?
Yeah,
what's a Dutchie?
I don't know.
What's
So
a
this-
Danish?
So, here's the chorus. And now it's the same.
Oh yeah, it's exactly the same.
Right?
You know, other than the language is different.
But for me, the mind blow was that this came before the next version I sent you because I
Okay.
thought that was like...
So this is originally a hit in its whatever this is.
In
Denmark
Norway?
this
or
is
whatever.
1993.
Wow.
Yeah. So 5 years before...
We should find out what country this is. Okay, we know it's
her
a
name is
Scandinavian country.
Lisa Sorensen.
Sorensen?
Could be
Sorensen.
Swedish.
Yeah. No, I
Sweet.
think she's from Denmark.
Okay,
I might be wrong.
shout out to Copenhagen.
Exactly.
Okay, very
Oh,
good.
cool. Sounds like the beginning of Higher Love.
Right? Totally.
Steve Winwood from Traffic. Romantic Traffic.
a man brought to life.
A little darker. I like this one, this version.
Yeah, this is the woman who is on Howard Stern.
She was actually on
in the late 90s.
Oh, that's cool.
Showed me what it was to cry. But you couldn't be that man.
So they took the original version and tried to like make it a little more alt sounding,
right?
Because they sort of stripped it away.
Yeah, like a little Meredith Brooks or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Lilith Fair.
This came out in '95.
Oh, so this is like Jagged Little Pill era.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Conversation has run dry. That's what's going on.
Oh, but she can't sing. Not like Natalie Imbruglia can.
So they took away the
More of like
harmonies.
a sandpaper voice.
Bit of a Melissa Etheridge vibe.
Exactly.
Almost.
So they stripped away all the beauty of the original, the Danish version. They took out the harmonies and stuff. But to me, the Natalie Imbruglia version is more like that first version, right?
Absolutely.
So,
right.
So who is this? We haven't said.
This is a band called Edna Swap.
Edna Swap.
Edna Swap.
Well,
That's all.
That's actually a worse name than I-10.
I know.
It's really bad. Yeah.
Was it named after Edna Garrett, right? Who was the housekeeper on Facts of Life?
But on SCTV, there was Tex and Edna
Not
Boyle's
housekeeper. What do you call that when you
Emporium.
look after all
The maid.
Yeah.
No, but on Facts of Life, you have like...
She's like the
it's,
house mother.
House mother.
Right.
We'll call it a house mother. Okay. Edna's Edibles was a great shop. You could shop... And that's actually the first time I ever saw George Clooney. He was working... I think they changed Edna's Edibles to Over Our Head or something. And they replaced Edna Garrett with a new the actress from... the Mary Tyler Moore Show, okay? And then Cloris Leachman, yes. Yeah. And then George Clooney shows up, like young George Clooney's working at Over Our Heads with like Mackenzie Aston or something, okay? George Clooney, and when I first saw ER in 1994, I remember thinking, there's the guy from Facts of Life.
That's funny.
And Roseanne.
It all comes around.
Yes, but first Facts of Life, then Roseanne, and then eventually ER. Handsome fucker, by the way. We talked about Don Draper earlier, and you watch Mad Men, and you're like, that's a handsome son of a bitch. Now that I'm watching ER, I'm like, he's got this smirk, and I'm like, what a fucking handsome guy. Like, this George Clooney's good looking.
He knows.
Breaking news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell the world.
Who's better looking, George Clooney or John Hamm? Discuss amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
What's your type, Rob?
I think that's an AB. Like that's a toss up. They're both good looking dudes.
They both are in their own special ways.
I think for straight ahead like handsomeness, it's funny. They both have like a humorous side to them.
Yeah.
But I think John Hamm is a little more goofy.
Yeah.
He plays a little more goofy than
For sure.
And George is cooler.
Yeah.
So I would have to say like I would put George above John Hamm.
Okay, then let me ask you for the next round here: George Clooney or Brad Pitt?
I'd say Brad.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the Tom Segura bit about meeting Brad Pitt? Like, it's really funny.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's like
He's uncomfortably handsome.
He's like he was like I can't even look him in the eye. He's like why would you look at me? Because I don't want to. I don't look at it.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, he's that good looking. He's like I don't know how many babies he eats a week, but that man is beautiful. He's like otherworldly.
Okay, so do we agree? It's Brad Pitt, George Clooney, then John Hamm.
I think so.
That's your Mount Rushmore.
Well,
we'll throw in a Rob Proust to make it 4.
Sure. Yeah.
I would put John above George.
Wow.
You would, eh? Yeah, for handsomeness. Yeah.
And do we throw a JFK Jr. in there?
No.
No, because he's dead.
I want to hear my JFK Jr. impression. Okay, so he's got.
Oh, you mean not? Oh yeah.
No, you're doing RFK Jr.
RFK.
Don't confuse these two people. My goodness, Rob.
I didn't mean to.
I'm not fixing that in post. I don't care if you beg me.
Don't fix it in post. But really, I think I'm gonna make America feel really good again. Oh, God. Okay.
He's been Americanized, Bob. Okay.
It's a little unhinged.
I know.
Been unhinged,
I will. You know what? I never do this. I will remove that in post.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bob. Your last jam, buddy. I know we went too slow for you today, but you ready?
Yeah, go for it. I don't remember.
Good, because I'm gonna pee during this.
Yeah, do it. Oh, I do remember.
What is this? Hey, listen, it's another great show, folks. I mean, tonight our guest star is one of the truly great dancers of the world, the one and only Miss Julia Preuss. And if that weren't enough, we've also got Mana, whatever that means.
This is the pilot. It's like the opening of Muppet Show.
Oh, this is a good one.
Mana. Mana.
So I think this is pretty sure this is I'm almost positive it's the pilot episode. It's the very first episode of the Muppet Show.
Amazing.
With that, and that's the first musical number.
Was that like 1976 or something?
Yeah, I think
Ish?
so. Yeah, ish. Yeah. Let me see if I can find out where it was. But this is not a creation of Jim Henson.
No, that's right.
No, it is not. And now, so the question is, do people know that this is actually a huge hit in Italy in 1968, and it was used also on the Red Skeleton Show.
Yeah.
It was used on Sesame Street. It was used on Benny Hill.
I knew it from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Originally when I was a kid. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Benny Hill.
Yeah, no, me
I
neither.
thought it was just yakety sax over there.
No, Menomina is part of the background melody of a bunch of different things on Benny Hill too.
Is yakety sax a cover?
I would imagine. So this was actually, so it was released by Piero Umilani.
Oh, yeah.
Piero Umilani. And it originally appeared...
Wait, say the first name again?
Piero.
Okay.
Piero
I thought
Umilani.
you said piano.
Piero, it was in an Italian film called Sweden, Heaven and Hell. This is the original. Yeah, it's premiere episode.
Apparently, I didn't close the door of the bathroom, and people saw me in the live stream. But they only saw my back.
The stream was live.
No sausage was seen by the camera.
So I feel like I knew this a while ago, but I don't know if people do.
Yeah, that's the toughest part of this is like, does the average listener know? Because I knew.
Yeah.
But I am a gifted student.
That's right.
Nothing.
You've been taught
nothing
well.
about me
Did I
is
tell you
average, as they saw in the live stream.
Did I tell you
ago.
I recently found my letter of your child is being considered for the gifted program, and then like 3 weeks later, your child is no longer being considered for that?
We fixed it in post.
So there you go. Yeah, it's covered.
Earworm, a lot of fun to listen to.
fun.
Phenomena.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. You know what else is an earworm? The song I'm going to finish with, okay? So, I'm going to check the clock. It says, okay, we're 1:51, so we might
Amazing.
go a little over, but
No,
we're
it's
on the
perfect.
last jam now.
No, it's good.
You guys
gone
ready?
We've gone 2.5 before.
We shouldn't do that, though. That's because we have no restraint. Here we go. Hey, Mickey.
Tony Basil.
Tony Basil.
Only
had
hit, right? One hit wonder, right?
One hit wonder, yes. And this was recorded by Tony with an I for 1981's Word of Mouth. That was her debut studio album. She recorded this. It's like still like if you're watching something and they need to place it in the early 80s, they might license this song. This is still all over the place. Does Indie 88 play Hey Mickey?
No, we haven't. We have not played that. No, not in the months that I've been there.
Boom's playing it.
Boom would play the hell out of it. Yeah, for sure.
Probably playing it right now.
Could be playing it right now.
KJ's kicking it out right now.
That's right.
I don't know what his time slot is there, but okay.
No, that seems about right. Well, no, he wouldn't be on right now. It's actually May Potts would be on right now. May Potts would be on right now.
Have you been over since I got that jacket that's hanging over there?
I haven't. It's the first time I've seen it.
Do you own a similar jacket?
No.
Okay, describe the jacket for the listeners.
So it is the era of, I would say, like 96, 97 of The Edge, when it went 102.1 The Edge, Toronto's New Rock. 97 is when they had Edge 102, which was and this was the purple, this one. It's a leather jacket. A lot of people when I worked there had that jacket, and they also had a version that was all black, so you couldn't really see it actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Who is that? Is that from May Potts? No,
no, but that's what made me think of it. So that was a gift to me from Sandra Plagakis.
Wow, so nice.
Shipped it over as like a thing. I guess she was getting rid of shit.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Who would want this?" And I guess I came to mind.
That's amazing.
So it hangs
I
in the
love
TMBS
Sandra
studio
Plagakis.
now.
She's the best. She's so cool. And yeah, that's a leather jacket. There was when I was there, we had a great. It was an Indian motorcycle. Remember, we had a couple really good jackets. I still have a few somewhere, but I can't wear them now because they're
the enemy.
They're the competition. Although it's not really a competition, we're kind of destroying them.
Is that right? Because I don't know the current like.
Wait 2 weeks. I'll tell you. You'll find out.
So, next toast, will you reveal all about the ongoing?
Sure.
Where are we? 88 versus 102.1 The Edge.
It's not even a consideration, but yeah.
Wow.
We're
So Rob Preuss, because I wanted to save my Tony Basil talk for you.
I heard it all while I was in there.
Did you close the door when you peed?
I did.
Because they watch.
Yeah, no, I turned it off.
Because they watch.
I made sure.
You shouldn't put a camera in there.
That's right.
You know, I never think about it because I'm they're only going to... It's not like I pull... What's that cartoon with the frog? Peppy? Where he pulls down his pants to go pee? So he pulls them down to his ankles like you do when you're
like a
3 or 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
So like Jarvis or James would have done when they were 3 or 4. Pull down your pants all the way. And he goes, "Feels good, man." And I'm like, it does feel good. Like we never, we keep our. My point is, my bum's not exposed when I'm peeing. Okay, so you only see me from the back. But the feeling.
Good thing you didn't.
If you're ever alone and you bring it all the way down to the ankles,
just let him go.
Really
feels good, man.
Really,
seriously, give it a go.
I'll give it a go.
Give it a go. Okay, so what's the Simpsons line? "I'm peeing with the door open and I love it." Right? That's when he starts his own religion or whatever. Okay, so do you think the average listenership of Toronto Mic'd, fiercely independent podcast, do you think the average listener knows that "Hey Mickey" from Tony Basil is a cover?
No, I don't think so.
You guys buckled up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is called Kitty.
Weird.
So it's not amazing. Mickey, it's Kitty. K-I-T-T-I. And the band is a British pop band called Racy. So Racy records Kitty in 1979 for their debut album Smash and Grab.
Wow.
And then Tony Basil records Mickey or Hey Mickey, depending on which 45 you're looking at.
I love it.
So there's no "Oh Mickey, you're so fine" chant.
Yeah.
So Basil adds that part. But yeah,
That's so cool. I did not know that.
Nope. That's a good one.
finally a good one.
An
Finally, praise from Caesar.
An educated consumer is our best listener. Isn't that?
So right. Sure. Okay. I don't know where to go with that. But this song is written by a duo. I want to talk about these guys on our way out here, okay? I'm just going to tie up a bunch of loose pieces here. Mike Chapman and Nikki Chin. Chin has two N's in it,
yeah.
okay? So do you know this duo, Mike Chapman and Nikki Chin?
I do.
Nope.
They wrote this song, Kitty,
Yeah.
for Racy.
I didn't know
And
that.
of course, therefore, they have songwriting credit on Hey Mickey by Tony Basil. See how this works?
Yep.
Because that is a copy or a cover, or what will you? So Mike Chapman and Nikki Chin wrote a bunch of hits.
Yep.
And I thought I might just, you know what? Pause. I'm going to come back to those two. I realize there's a couple other places real quick here I want to go. One is I want to kick out this song.
Around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really sleazy. All they just say is please me, or spend some time and rock around. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky.
This is Run DMC. It's tricky. And the entire structure of this song was consciously lifted from Mickey by Tony Basil. DMC himself, this is a quote from DMC. I just changed the chorus around and we just talked about how this rap business can be tricky to a brother. So that is from DMC himself. And I hear this song knowing that they say basically it's Mickey rearranged. But you know what song I hear? What song do you guys hear? Okay.
Other than Mickey?
Yeah. So I get that this is Mickey, okay? But I don't hear Mickey. I hear this song right here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then I'm going to wrap this up in a nice package for you.
My buddy used to drive a Toyota Corolla. My Corolla.
So my question is, if Run DMC is taking Hey Mickey to make It's Tricky, and I hear My Sharona, how much of Hey Mickey by Tony Basil is basically Kitty plus My Sharona? Like My Sharona is from 79. Like if I play again Tony Basil again, so now you've heard My Sharona again, which you probably heard earlier today on Boom or something like that. So
or My Sharona as well.
Does Indy play My Sharona?
Nah, no, I don't. Oh, maybe we played it. It might be in a spice category.
Okay, so again, hold on, one more time.
I would have DJ'd and played these back to back for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. In an 80s night, for sure.
My point is, next time you hear Hey Mickey from Tony Basil, think about My Sharona.
There's a
Very
similarity to the
similar
beat for sure.
Sounds in there, like elements are reused in each.
But it's the sound of the new wave in the 79-80 era too, right?
Well, you were there, brother.
I was there. It was in the air. That rhymes. I was there. It was in the air.
Well, you know who else was there?
Nope.
mustard now. Show me how.
All right, speaking of spreading on the mustard now, I gotta say, I love toast with you guys.
Always.
I'm honored you guys make the trek.
Always.
Happy to do it. Love it. This is fun. This,
1 month from now. Actually, you know what? We should maybe. Well, 1 month from today is TMLX.
You want to tie the events together?
Yes.
'Cause Bob doesn't work Thursdays. Like we could do toast, or will it be too tiring?
Oh my
do
God.
Toast.
And then go to TMLX.
You mean
What
like
if we did toast with special guest Snow, and then we all made our way? It's not very far, as you know.
Oh my God.
5 kilometers north or whatever to 30 Queen Elizabeth Boulevard for TMLX 19. Like maybe we could do something like that. Could you imagine toast? We could pick a toast theme. That's all Snow has to do is listen and then comment, right? He doesn't have to bring any jams. That belch in this song makes me laugh. Okay, so this is Weird Al Yankovic's My Bologna. But here's how we're going to close on our way out. I want to say thank you to Bob Willette. You can hear him on, remind us when we can hear you on Indie 88.
Tonight at 6 p.m. I'll be on right after.
Oh my
Actually, at 5:30 we're giving away a trip, a Sunwing Vacation. Yeah,
Really?
daily destination.
Sunwingvacations.com.
That's right. Yeah,
One of the great
it's
jingles.
selloffvacations.com. It's not Sunwing.
Do they have a jingle?
Sunwing? No, I don't think so. But selloffvacations.com is what
My
you're talking about.
apologies to the Sunwing
That's all right.
Corporation.
So yeah, so as of right now, weeknights from 6 to 10, and then weekends during the day on Saturdays and Sundays in the afternoon. But we'll
And
see.
Rob, when does this? Remind me when the Broadway stint starts.
Not till the end of July.
Amazing.
So early August, will be running until like February.
Okay,
So-
congrats on that.
Thank you,
That's
thank you,
exciting. So remember those 2 names I told you about?
Yep.
Okay, so do you remember those names?
Nope.
Somebody should. Okay.
Yep.
Mike Chapman.
Yeah, and Chinny Chin.
And Nikki Chin.
Yeah, Chinny Chin.
With
Chinny
2
Chin Chin.
N's.
Yes.
And I remember I told you they wrote Kitty for
Yep.
Racy,
Yep.
which means they wrote Mickey for Tony Basil.
Yeah.
Which in my mind means they fucking wrote hey, My Sharona as well for the knack, but that's another to be determined. But they also wrote, I'm just going to do really quickly just some other songs from that duo, okay?
They wrote lots of good songs. Yes, I was going to say. They wrote sweet songs.
Wow. Andy,
Mick.
Nick. Well, all right, fellas.
Let's go! Are you ready, Steve?
You know what? Wayne's World fans know this song.
Oh yeah.
Mick?
Okay.
All right, fellas.
You see, she just put the dress on recently, Tia Carrere. She did.
Still smoking?
Yeah. So you can
I
look it
had
up.
I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah.
I think most of us did, right?
Tia Carrere.
Tia Carrere.
Okay. She's no John Hamm, but she
Tia Carrere. She recently just put the dress back on from the
with the snake. This is the video.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the,
No, the red dress. Yeah,
the
yeah. The red.
Gasworks thing
Yeah.
too. Shit, great movie. Okay. So yes,
There you go. They wrote this.
there's a sample that Beastie Boys used coming up.
As a matter of fact, his eyes are as red as the sun. And the girl in the corner, let no one ignore her, 'cause she says she's the passionate one.
So that part, just
Oh,
Beastie
that's
Boys
right.
fans know it
That's
from Hey Ladies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's one. Earlier today, do you remember me mentioning Exile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And then Bob, what did you say? Do you remember? I'm
Well,
taking you way
Rob
back.
said, "I want to kiss you all over."
And over
Rob
again.
said that.
Rob said it. Well, we both did.
I can't believe they wrote this song. I don't think I knew that. It's amazing.
This almost sounds like whenever I hear
I
the beginning of
believe
this.
in miracles.
Oh, yeah.
There's that. I was gonna say a Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton.
Islands in
Look
the Stream.
into my face, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the odds? We'd mention Exile in this episode. When have we ever mentioned Exile?
I don't think ever.
That's like the first time in the history of the podcast Exile was mentioned. And it was twice. I had it already loaded up to play Kiss You All Over because Mike Chapman and Nikki Chin, who wrote the Ballroom Blitz.
This actually sounds like, so there's a Canadian band called Destroyer.
Yeah.
And it's called Tinseltown. You're going to love it. It's actually one of the guys from New Pornographers.
Really?
Not the bad one.
Yeah.
That's the drummer, right?
Yeah. I'm going to send it to you.
The band is called Tinseltown?
No. The Destroyer's the band.
Destroyer's the band.
And he does, oh, it's so good. Yeah, Tinseltown Burning at Night, I think it's called.
Okay.
When you lay in my arms and you do the
Oh, I see it. Tinseltown Swimming in Blood.
You can see it in my eyes, I can feel it in your touch. You don't have to say a thing, just let me show how much.
Yeah, he's got a new album, but it's really, each of his albums have like a style.
Oh, cool. I have a new favorite Canadian band, which I know.
Oh, wait,
Did I
slow down. I need a drum
Hang on.
roll for this.
Born Ruffians?
Oh, Born Ruffians are great.
I love them.
So yeah, you know what? We play them a lot on
Do you?
Indie 88.
I might have heard them actually on
yeah,
your
you probably
station.
did. Yeah,
Better
They're-
than Rusty?
I don't know.
You all over.
Yeah, they have a new album coming out, and I'm
Do
so
you like
excited.
The Watchmen?
Yes.
I know you do.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
like
yeah.
The Watchmen?
Yep. I don't know them a lot, but I do
complete
like
the
them.
collection tomorrow. Tomorrow, Joey Serlin is here.
Really?
You had the whole band then?
Then I have everybody.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. In fact, you opened for Danny Graves. You and Blair Packham.
Well, we played together. I played with Danny, remember? I did a song with him.
I think we did this last toast.
Yes, we did.
I forget you played again. Okay, fuck, right. Okay, so a couple more quick. I know I said quick, and I didn't go quick because I got excited by the music. Second time this artist was mentioned today. Small World, right?
I don't know what this is.
You will. It was a hit.
Wow.
All of us will remember this.
He wrote this. Oh,
Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Better Be Good to Me.
Better be good to me.
Whispers in the night.
There's an artist I wish I had a song. Yeah. She would have been amazing about it.
Maybe you'll see her in heaven.
It's true.
Maybe. Maybe I will.
Touched by this show of emotion. Should I be frightened by your
You just hear Bob's in fucking heaven watching Tina Turner and his car breaks down.
It's true.
Fucking alternator.
They had good pinball machines at least. So.
You better be good
To me.
Okay.
That's how it's gotta be now.
So this is also Mike Chapman and Nicky Chin.
Amazing. And they did songs with Blondie too, right? They had a bunch of hits with Blondie.
Well, no, because I would have loaded them up if they did.
Oh yeah, they did.
How sure are you?
They produced Parallel Lines.
But wrote.
I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty
Come
sure.
up with one because I'm going to blow your mind with another artist, okay?
Okay.
Speaking of the jitters, okay?
All right, Heart and Soul. You said this.
Heart and Soul.
I love Huey.
He's in the Handsome Man Club, Huey.
He's got a fine chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very handsome man.
Apparently also in the same John Hamm category as well.
Big penis?
Yeah.
Around here we say the Rob Preuss category.
Oh, there you go. It's yeah.
Chinny chin chin.
Ask Steve Anthony about
More than a
Huey
spoon
Lewis
down there, you know what I mean?
Huey Lewis in the news. You know what the news is?
The news is
huge penis.
The news.
It's funny that it's
with me.
Huey Lewis has that great chin.
But wait, did Mike Chapman write the song?
Yeah.
Is that the connection?
So yeah, that's where I'm still there. I have to remind people at the reset. So Mike Chapman and Nicky Chin
Chinny Chin Chin wrote this song.
wrote this song as
Okay.
well. Right.
Mike
So-
Chapman produced a Blondie album. Didn't write the songs. You're right. He was the producer for Parallel Lines.
I know, because I did a lot of homework. What are the best songs to play? I'm going to play one more song, and it's kind of a fun fact because this song is a modern song. Okay?
Yeah.
A modern song. That means from 2025 you would hear this on the radio, on the reg. And of course, it has a writing credit to Mike Chapman and Nicky Chin because the song I'm about to play sounds a lot like Tony Basil's Mickey, which of course is a cover of Racey's Kitty. You with me?
Yeah.
So you start with Racey's Kitty, then you get Tony Basil's Mickey, and then you get this song right here. Massive fucking hit, and this will be the last song we play today.
Game start.
Love this song.
That's modern as it gets on Toast.
Yeah.
Kissy face, sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? See tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine. Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey. So they got a writing credit on this song.
They gave
Did
him
they get a writing credit? They did get a credit?
Yep. Bruno had to give him a writing credit.
Amazing.
Yeah, isn't that wild? So all those songs we heard are all attributed to this duo.
Amazing.
Mike Chapman and Nicky Chin.
Chapman and Chin.
I want to know what you guys think of this song.
I love this song.
It's okay.
It's okay. I mean, it's a fun pop song. I love
fun. I love fun pop songs. I actually find this one kind of. I don't know. It doesn't have any juice for me, to be honest.
To me, it's a little new wave for the new generation because the kids don't get a lot of edge in a lot of their music. And this had like I like the fact that Rick Beato,
of
does
course.
a lot of music
Yeah,
stuff.
of course.
He was talking about the song and he didn't like it because he was like he didn't understand it. I thought that's good. That's a good sign because
Right.
the kids need shit that parents don't understand.
Oh well, there's,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, all you got to do is it's funny. You pass by History in the beaches there or at Danforth Music Hall, and there's these artists that we've never heard of.
Yeah.
They're selling out these venues.
Yeah.
And then you Google them. They're YouTube stars.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is this it? That's their music.
This woman's a K-pop star.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because one of the members of her K-pop band, Blackpink.
Blackpink,
Is she
yeah.
from Blackpink?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's why.
And
my daughter loves Blackpink.
Right, and one of the singers from Blackpink was
Yeah.
in the most recent season of White Lotus.
Okay.
As the Thai woman who was kind of wasted on the show, to be honest.
I didn't watch season 3.
No.
I did.
But it's hard to keep up with the new music, and if you don't take baby steps now and then, you'll fall behind really easily. So I love like when my wife and I go into all these public schools and work with little kids.
Yeah.
They're up on all
They
this
would
shit
love this song.
all
Yeah.
the time. I play 2 chords from this song and they go crazy and they all start singing
Well,
it.
because my only frame of reference for all this, like kind of like Bob Willette, is what
Yeah.
the hell are my kids singing around
Yes,
the house or whatever?
exactly.
And Morgan, who sings at Java Joe's on Friday, live performance. This song, not now, it's kind of dusty and done
Yeah.
now. But when this song was hot, she
Yeah.
was singing this song all the time.
Yeah, and it's only a few months later, right? Because like it was back in February or March when the kids all knew this song.
Okay, breaking news here. Breaking news. If you guys whip out your DVD of Shortcuts by the guy who directed MASH, Robert Altman. See how it all comes together? Robert, and I loved Shortcuts very much. Apparently, you get a brief glance of Huey Lewis's dong. He whips it out briefly in Shortcuts.
There you go.
So if you ever have a VHS copy of Shortcuts and you see it's kind of
course I do.
messed up during the dong exposure,
Press pause.
because Bob kept pausing it
That's
and
right.
rewinding it.
I wanted to.
Like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You don't want to see my VHS copy.
I want a new drug. I want a new dick.
And Ghostbusters guy was sued by Huey Lewis because
You mean Ray Parker?
Ray Parker Jr.
Oh yes,
Because Ghostbusters. Yeah, well, sometimes you start talking and then it comes to you and you can slip it.
I
in
want
later.
a new ghost.
Right, I want a new ghost.
Want a new
Okay, did we have fun?
Fun, wow.
That was a good one.
That's all
Thank
that
you.
fucking matters.
Thank you for having us.
And you know what makes it more fun? The live streamers. I got to shout out.
Oh.
1236.
Thank you, 1236.
Bring back the newsletter,
Yes.
brother. Oh, I was hanging with him and the Snowman last Sunday.
Oh, he was a Christie as well.
He was there
Cool.
too.
At the pits.
Andy. We love Andy. She was on this show recently with with Mike Wilner's girlfriend, who made me a pie, baked me a pie. East York John, I hope to see you at TMLX 19. Jeremy Hopkin, he's the official historian of Toronto Mike, and he was on recently talking about Old City Hall.
Oh, that was good too.
Thank you. From now on, I want you to spend more time on Toast telling me what was good.
Enough talk about me. Tell me more about me.
J-Ho's enough about me talking about me. Why don't you talk about me for a while, okay? Moose Grumpy. We love Moose Grumpy. Leslie. I was in Leslieville 2 days ago.
Back there now.
Tobias Vaughn, who gave us this information about Huey Lewis's penis.
Huey.
In the Uncle Milty category, as J-Ho says. Lots of fun. See you all. Okay. Tobias Vaughn, I'm deleting that comment. How dare you? How dare you? After all the free entertainment I've given you, how dare you? And that brings us to the end of our 1,699th show. Go to TorontoMike.com for all your Toronto Mike needs. Much love to all who made this possible. Where's our new version? You promised last
You did say you were
Toast.
going to have it ready.
Did I say that?
Son of a bitch. Rob Preuss.
It's
Oh, by
coming.
the way, listen to the recent last week's episode of Ron Hawkins.
I listened to it.
Where I had him.
Thank you for
I don't
that.
think he likes this cover.
No, he did.
I think
not?
Lawrence liked it a bit
Yeah.
more, but I don't think Ron likes this cover.
Well,
of
what are you gonna
Rosie
do?
in Grey.
It doesn't. The robots
But,
don't.
but did AI make this?
No, I made
Then
it
I
myself
like it.
with
Then
my
I like it.
with my hands.
Will the new version be by AI or you?
It's gonna be by 100% by me.
Okay, then I want it,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
You gonna bring it next Toast?
Yeah.
Maybe the day of TMLX.
Maybe
19?
TMLX. We'll play it
Holy
over the
shit,
speakers.
I have a plan. Okay. Thank you, Great Lakes Brewery. You're going to host us on June 26th. Thank you, Palma Pasta. You're going to feed us on June 26th. Thank you, Maneris. I didn't tell you about the new episode, but it's with the guy Jim Bayton from Tumblr's Pizza in Regina, Saskatchewan. People should subscribe and listen to Season 8 of Yes, We Are Open. Much love to Nick Ianni's Building Toronto Skyline with Brad Bradford. Ridley Funeral Home. I hope Brad Jones is at TMLX 19. That guy's podcast is called Life's Undertaking. See you all tomorrow when I complete my Watchmen collection with Joey Serlin's here. We're going to talk about the ongoing history of the Watchmen. Bob and I both love All Uncovered.
It's one of my favorite songs.
I'm going to get some fun facts about who's singing backup vocals on that song. There's some discussion online about who it is. I'm going to find out. See you all tomorrow on the live stream at 2 p.m.
And that.
And that was